Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday, which means it's Pathfinder night. Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. Episode 12 of the 8th Aiudara. Super exciting. We're going to join in on the Discord in just a second, but I need to test something real quick to make sure this is working. Oh, here we go. All right. Give me 1 second. We'll just do synthwave. Okay. I need to turn off this for just a second. Okay. Then we're gonna turn on. Oops, that got fucked up. Hold on. Hold on. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Okay. Everyone should hear this. Do. Maybe it's city. Nice. Perfect. Now, if I pause that, though, and I do over here, you guys should also hear
what
this.
we're gonna do right.
You do. Nice. Perfect. That is perfect. All right. Then let me get us in to the Discord. I'm just going to do one more thing. We're doing this on the fly. These are ambiance. Okay, I want a city of towers. That's what I want. Perfect. Very fancy. Just got to balance that right with the voices. One more down. Perfect. All right. Let's join in with everybody, shall we? It's time. It's time for the game. Here we go.
Howdy.
Hey, sis.
How's it going?
It's going good. Going good. Just need to make sure this is all still set up right. These things break all the time. There it goes. Nice.
True enough.
How about you? Going well?
Yeah, doing well.
Good.
Been diving into Everspace too.
I saw that. How you liking it?
Oh, I am loving it. It is pretty much exactly what I want. It's a modern freelancer.
Every time I see someone talking about it online, they pretty much say exactly the same thing. They're like, "Yeah, this is just a new freelancer. It's great."
Yeah, it's weird. It's an RPG where your character is a ship, basically. That's the best way to think of it. I'm currently doing non-story quests to up my reputation with this one group, so that way I can buy a particularly valuable version of the ship that I like.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I was watching a bit of Co-Carnage play too. It looks good.
Nice.
For a good long while, I had forgotten to give myself the ability boost for 2nd level.
It's an easy thing to miss.
Very. I got a path builder on my phone, and
Hmm.
it's great. I love it, but surprisingly didn't have the cloak of repute on, which is weird. Like they have a lot of magical items, but I don't know why it's not on there.
Don't really know. I only really use Path Builder for the build,
Mm,
not necessarily the items. For that, I usually do everything in Foundry.
sure.
Alright, I'm up to 46k, and my ship is worth roughly 30k.
How much does
So if
ship
I
you want?
do, up around 90,000.
Okay.
So if I get about 10, 20,000 more creds, I should be good.
Is that like an easy amount to get, or is that like a few missions?
A few short missions.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just going around the starting area. I'm putting off doing the main quest while I just sort of go around, clear points of interest, answer distress signals,
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
I'm realizing as we've been playing more that uh, I should have got the other rune, not the one that gives me +1 to hit. Because as a fighter, I'm already above other people, and I did it. I got the +1 because I was like, oh, I want to crit more often. But
You
critting,
made the right choice.
really?
Yes, there's a reason why potency is the level 2 rune and striking is a level 4 rune.
Hmm.
The having a higher chance to hit, although fighters have a natural +1 higher to hit,
Right.
being level 2 and not having that rune is as if you cut your class's bonus in half.
Oh wow.
Because you're supposed to have that rune at level 2. If you didn't have it, fighter's whole thing is having +2 over other people. You would be only having +1 over other people.
Ah, I see.
Your core class benefit would be cut in half.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It can be seductive to look at the damage and be like, oh, this is exactly what I needed, but
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, the chance to hit means a lot.
Oh, when I get that new weapon, and I get to put on that rune, and then if I get roll a crit, what's the? It was a ume, the flail weapon.
Yeah, I forget exactly what it's called.
Equipment. Let me look up just flails. See if it comes up. No.
Howdy.
Hey.
Howdy, howdy.
Hmm. Ah, the Rumi. That's what it's called.
Pirates get wrecked.
How was that?
I'm just playing Everspace and I just wrecked some pirates.
Oh, gotcha. Howdy.
Howdy.
Hello.
Driving home, but it was fun. I'll have to talk more about it. I'm not driving home, no. But yeah, I'll have to talk more about it when I get back. Should be like about 15 minutes.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, see you in a minute.
All right.
Later.
If I can get out of here. Oh god! How do I get out of here? There we go.
Joe, you thought we were gonna take for level 3?
I'm almost certainly going to be taking tough.
It's a pretty good one.
It's a good one.
I'm thinking pretty much the same route. I looked over a lot, but I mean, it's so tempting.
There's a lot of fun stuff that's viable that we could take that'd be fun to use and to play with. Even some of and there are a lot of other good ones like Die Hard or Fast Healing or whatever, the one that makes it getting rid of bleeding easier. Like those are good. Like, but tough is just straight up like you and I are in the front and we don't have a super high AC person.
It's very true.
Yeah, y'all don't have a champion to depend on.
We gotta be able to take more hits.
Yeah. So I think tough just makes the most sense. If we had a champion, that'd be a different story. Champion is just ugh.
Champion's great. The champion wrestler build that I'm doing for my dungeon is awesome. I'm having so much fun with it.
Can't wait for you to throw an evil champion at us. Like after our conversation on Wednesday about the abilities the evil champions have, they make such good villains. I want to fight them.
Good. I'm glad I got that away. I had a feeling.
What's up?
I had a feeling, and I rolled a flail strike, and it was a nat 1. Got that out. It's good.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Ready to play the most dangerous game? Pathfinder 2, where we play the most dangerous game where nobles try to hunt us?
I mean, the cyclical nature of it really is something I appreciate on a storytelling level. So yes, I am ready for that to happen.
What if that is what it is? Like, we go in their house, and they're like, we just really want to blow off some steam before the tournament. We'd like to hunt you for sport.
And by we make it sound like you had a choice.
Yeah.
Like, but in all
We're
honesty,
hunting you.
This is happening.
Just putting it out there.
In all honesty, 10, 9. Hold on.
Hey, Steve. No one can hear you.
Steve?
Test.
There you go.
There we go.
Howdy.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, I'm going to throw an item over to you so you can throw it into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Ooh. Curse item?
Cody, I
Yeah?
apologize for not getting what I
Oh.
wanted to write to you done.
Right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It was mostly fluff. It wasn't anything
There we go.
important. It was
Gotcha.
more like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about a little something, but it wasn't anything super like narratively important.
Oh.
So I just one of my other games had a really intensive text RP stuff happening, so I was really caught up in that, and then I was like, oh yeah, I promised to do this other thing. Oops. So
You're having RP behind our backs?
wait, hold on, wait.
Behind our backs?
Wait, hold on.
Where are my tears, Rebecca? Where are my tears?
You know what sustains him, Rebecca? He has a problem.
It's okay, they haven't made me cry, so if I wouldn't
It's
let them make me cry
okay.
without you, Joe.
It's okay, they haven't made me cry. It's not real! They don't
almost
make
did,
me
but
feel like
I
how you
managed.
do.
My soul is seeping out of my body.
This 4.5 years mean nothing to you.
So we're taking guesses on what horrible fate awaits us.
We talked about hunting. Could be a trap.
I've mostly been joking about horrible things that it could be. I honestly have no idea. It's hard to say because it's just like, you assholes are rich. You should be able to buy what you want.
Mhm.
It's not like you're not flush for options in this city.
That's what it comes down to. Every single thing I can think of is why us is the big one. I don't
Well, you
think...
see, you have a special trait that no other people have in this place. You are protagonists. You are.
Hmm.
That's how Large Luigi does business.
You see, the DM wanted us to hire you. I don't think it's me. I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is either. I think they want somebody to do a job, but they want the individual they hire to be super expendable.
Right.
And that's what we are. Like, we're semi-competent because you won both your matches, or 2 of your 3 matches. So, like, there's possibility of getting the job done, but also no one cares about you. So, like, if you die, you have no impact on the town or any of the political dealings in here.
Right.
We are out of towners too. Like,
Yeah.
that's great. Perfect.
And we just got on the list like today, so I mean, I guarantee Bo is not high at all. So it's like, okay, they just got on the list, so nobody really knows him, but they also showed some combat prowess. So maybe we talk with their group and they could do whatever.
Well,
And if
you
they don't,
see-
they die.
Well, you see, it's my son Melvin's birthday, and he so very much wants to join the tournament, but he's got a little bit of the wacky risk going on there, so he can't quite handle the sword right. But if you were to challenge him to a duel and, lose, that should be a great boost to his self-esteem.
I think Cess kills us as Melvin.
Yep.
Melvin's,
Listen, absolutely throw a fight if we're gonna make lots of money out of it. I'm just
Melvin
saying.
is stabbing our stomach on the ground, and the Lord's like,
Oh.
"Good fight, Melvin."
Is there no one else? Is there no one else?
I mean, if you guys are gonna throw a fight, I got bad news for you. Maddie will not throw a fight.
Enter Goku gif. This is a Super Saiyan 2.
Man, I'm not allowed to use Warp Step in this tournament. This is bullshit. I fucking love that spell. That was another feat that was very tempting it for level 3 was Fleet of Foot to get that extra 5 feet to make Warp Step even more ridiculous.
I thought of that as well, just for like the little bit extra movement, because I mean, I'm trying my best to like pick a feat that is going to be good in general, but I'm also very tempted to pick a feat that'll get me farther in the tournament. and toughness for one, just that extra 3 HP, it's the difference that could potentially keep me from bloody or not. But the 5 feet, that could make the enemy move closer and have to waste another action. So it's like, I don't know.
No, get the +2 to initiative, the incredible initiative, and then be like, oh, first hit.
I mean, it could be. It's you know, if I get
Oh.
trained by scars soon enough, then I could just go for a prone attack on them, like right at the jump. I don't know.
No, but you should totally go for toughness because Scars is gonna beat the crap out of you daily.
He is.
So when you get that level up, it's just like get to your level up, you just got to beat the crap out of a lot.
I have.
That's why you're so much tougher now.
I have hide now. My skin is deformed and turned into hide.
Yeah. No, I was gonna take Fleet for my third level general feat, but I'm just like I need Canny Acumen too bad because not having Fortitude on his frontliner is rough.
Canny Acumen's so good. Don't
really
sleep
is.
on it. It's great.
Yeah. Like Fleet would have been really great for me too because I have mobility and that turns my 10 feet of not provoking attack opportunity into 15 feet of not provoking attack opportunity.
That's great.
Basically, make all my half feet stuff 15 instead of 10. So it's just like that's really good.
That's really good.
But I'm just like I need Canny Acumen because I need to make my fort saves against all the especially at low levels when these things are just eating you up.
So you'll go up from, I assume, trained to.
Expert.
Oh wait, no, you go to expert. So
Yeah.
how much bigger of a boost will that be for you?
That'll be a +2, so I'll bring my 6 to an 8.
That's pretty good. It's pretty big.
But you'll also be level 3, so it'll be 9.
Yeah, I'll be a 9. Yeah.
Interesting. So, as a rogue, you get expert in fortitude at level 9, which is rough.
Yeah, that's a long
Um,
way.
But you never get better than expert in fortitude. So the feat would, if you stick around, if you keep the feat to level 17, you get master, which is not terrible to have. But you could always train out after at level 9, and just accept having expert for the rest of the game.
Yeah, like I think I'd rather just go with the master. Honestly, it's just worth it. At least,
Yeah,
at least I feel it's worth it at this level, just because poison and disease have been a recurring thing that's been like fairly brutal.
Yeah.
So just like you kind of just want to have that little extra oomph of protecting against it.
Sure, but you don't get the master until 17, and that's a long time.
Yep.
So you could always get to 9, get the expert by your class, to retrain out of it, wait till level 17, then retrain back into it.
That's silly. You're a silly man.
It's a silly move.
Downtime is a mechanic in the game. Use the mechanic.
Perception is whiz, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Level 7, I get master in it and a +2 specifically for initiative perception checks. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. I need that level 5 though. Then I'll be able to get my weapon mastery, which means every single crit with my flail will knock people prone. That's massive. I want that so bad.
Level 3 will give me my first second level spell. Nice. A general feat and a
Ooh.
skill increase.
I'm thinking of delaying getting magical crafting until level 4, so I can get it as a skill feat instead of a general feat, because general feats are so rare,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
they're generally better when you don't like supplant a class feat or a skill feat or whatever. So I might just wait until level 4, because it's not a huge thing yet, and
Yeah.
I think as I'm talking it out, I'm convincing myself.
No,
Alright.
I agree with that.
No,
Makes
no,
sense.
It also, like, money is a thing at the moment.
Mhm.
Like, to craft, you need a good baseline money supply. We
Sure.
don't have that, and we're burning cash in this city.
Yeah.
Well,
I
someone's
am.
burning cash. in this
I am.
city.
I'm spending it. Like,
But if we stay here for the month, we're gonna burn through what we have.
we
So
will. With the
Yeah.
between the rooms. Well, who knows
Absolutely.
after today? But as of currently, we are burning. So yeah, you have time. You know, you have time.
There's
until
always
we
some
go to-
slurks that need killing.
Shut up! Stop talking about them. You
I'd
keep
go.
the-
I'd go
Go
fight a
to
slurk.
You go buy a slurk. I mean, after today, we might. We're gonna walk out and be like, you know what? There's some frogs that we could go kill. I really don't want to be here.
Don't call it frogs. They take offense to that. They'll take it personally.
That's
You
when
don't want to slurp that takes something personally.
yeah, that's what Socrates comes out.
But I'm thinking like as far as my next skill increase, I'm thinking either deception or occultism. That's really gonna depend on what I'm doing for the next month. Like if I actually end up training for this tournament and joining the tournament, I'm probably gonna do deception just because I can use it to feint a lot.
Okay.
So that makes sense as for that. If I stay in the library all day, I'll probably be looking up occultism stuff.
I think I'm gonna go with survival. I really think I'm gonna go down the survival skill tree for skill feats.
Cool.
Interesting.
You do have a decent wisdom too. If you have since you got the 14, the +2 is good.
Yeah.
Whoa, I did not know about Feint. How did I miss this one? I have like every other one but Feint on my list.
Hey, make a flat foot against your next attack. If you perception check versus their perception DC.
Right. I guess, I mean, like, it is good for me because I am a face, but my snagging strike does that, so that's probably why I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
Like, it's
very
good
good.
for me because if I'm in a 1-1 fight, I need
Yes.
feint to get my sneak attack.
Exactly. And flat-footed is very important for such.
Depends though. Like if we're fighting against like a decent difficulty encounter, and we need that attack to hit.
Right.
Since the feint is not an attack, I don't believe you can feint to get him flat-footed and then attack without taking the penalty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so you could feint then snagging strike to set the flat-footed,
For everyone.
reduce its AC by 2, snagging strike, make it flat-footed to everybody.
Hey, I gotta go for a bit of a bathroom break. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Right.
But I'm
All right.
Okay, small Victorian child from the East End.
Thank you. Anyone see Muddy? Anyone know why that person is
No.
staying in Muddy's place
No.
on their computer?
What was
No,
that?
just Oliver Twist over there.
Yeah, what was that?
He just showed up.
The one from the snowball adventure that we had last campaign? Small, tiny Turner or Legless Larry. I just kept making up new names for him. That was hell. We got out of that thing and they were like, "You've been called for months." What do you mean?
We did get some cool random bonuses out of it.
Yeah, the
Yep.
fear thing.
I remember like Lily came out of that place singing the song, and then Aaron was just like, "I will kill you.
Yeah, I was just
I
done.
will choke you out."
This place was hell for me.
That was where the first time I initiated the Hell Aura.
You did. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
You described it. We were like, "What the fuck are you?"
I love playing classes when no one knows what I am.
You just kept doing shit too. Then you did a unseen servant when we were trapped in the cells below. We're like, "What the fuck are you, dude?"
No, I didn't do Unseen Servant. I unlocked my own prison cell. And it was one of those things of, but you're not a Dex character. How are you doing this?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Because
Man, when you were the Illrigger, it was incredible, and
Yeah.
we were just astounded. Everything you did, like,
What is-
maybe he can do that. Who knows?
Maybe you can.
maybe
Oh my
Joe just
God.
makes up the rules wherever he goes.
That movie was fun. I enjoyed it.
It
I've
was.
heard good things about it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It was. It
I
was
did-
really
Like,
fun.
I'm not gonna call it like the best movie I've ever seen in
No.
my life or anything, and it doesn't need to be. But it is a fun romp. It definitely feels like a D&D game.
I agree.
It's probably the
completely.
best D&D movie you've ever seen.
I can guarantee it is.
Yes, considering I did see the one made in like 2001. I
With the
don't know.
Wayne's brother.
Yeah, the Marlon Wayne, and it was a
Yeah,
sci-fi
the
movie.
terrible one. Yeah.
Road to El Dorado.
Oh my god.
Was it Road to El Dorado?
No, Road to
Yeah.
El Dorado is the best D&D movie.
Oh,
That is a true statement. I love that movie.
You can apply pretty much everything about D&D to that movie. It's very true.
Honestly, if you think about it that way, then there's a lot of technically good D&D movies out there.
Yeah, like The Mummy.
Yeah, like The Mummy.
The graphics do not hold up, though. Do not hold up.
Honestly, not the worst, but like, I don't know, Jurassic Park still holds up in comparison to some other stuff, which is surprising. But
Some
they
of
I like
them
how
do.
Brendan
their
Fraser
ass
put
off.
it. He said something along the lines of, "I wouldn't want to see The Mummy with updated graphics because the stupid graphics are part of the fun of those movies."
100%.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Also, the original Jurassic Park has a lot of robotics and animatronics. Then those
Puppets,
things,
yeah.
those always hold up. It's
They-
just like I started rewatching Farscape recently because I love that
Oh,
show.
Farscape.
And they're just like that show still looks absolutely fantastic
You go
because
Brad.
puppets.
Yeah,
Well,
there's something
you can't go
about
wrong.
puppets
Yeah,
that
you'll
like
like,
you know it's supposed to be fake,
Right.
but
Yeah.
because you're like invested, you're like, all right, I know that that's a puppet and they're interacting with something physical. I've already suspended this disbelief. You don't need to convince me that it's fake. I know it is, but it doesn't matter because I
You'll
believe
like,
it
Right.
and they're
you'll-
there.
You'll
So
like
it
the
helps
Dungeons and Dragons
everything.
bit then, because actually a lot of
Oh,
the
most of
other
it.
races
Yeah.
are puppets.
They-
They're people in suits actually.
There's Eric
Nice.
Croker puppets. There's Dragonborn puppets. There's
Any race
cat
that was
folk
pretty
puppets.
non-human was you know in
Right.
terms of appearance had some kind of a puppet associated with it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great practical, that movie. Great practical.
Alright, so
Great
am I
fun.
giving the recap? Is
I don't
it
know.
tradition
Did we roll
Oh, yeah.
already?
We did roll. Muddy.
Okay.
Recap last week.
Oh shit. Okay, well, let me get my book here. There it is. I have to figure out what color I'm writing in today. But other than that. Do. Here we go. Yes. Alright, last week tonight, everyone. In session 12 or 11.5, if you're being pedantic, is the list. Let's see. Yeah, we're obviously in the city of Mivan. Pretty cool place, all things considered. We have a little meeting at the beginning of the day, after we initially make it to Mivan. We've been here maybe about a day. And we decide about where we want to head out and try to figure more things out about the city. Maddie and Core go to the Drelvin Coliseum. Bo and Kara decide to investigate the rumors around town. And Asa decides to kind of find about where we can make money, what we can do with that, how, and also possibly, you know, how to get into good graces of some of the other lords if possible. But Maddie and Core go to the Coliseum, and officials are like putting together lots of lists, which we learn is this constant is part of this constant ranking system that Mivan goes through. There's obviously like kind of certain days of how many days, certain days that you can raise your rank. Certain days also call for different other kind of sports at the Coliseum. And of course, it's just kind of a hustle and bustle of constantly updating lists and keeping an eye on what rank do people have. We meet a person named Vivian, who explains a lot of this to us. Basically, the rules of dueling as well, and probably one of the most important rules is that you cannot have vendettas during these sorts of events. It is a duel. When the duel ends, it ends. You can't have, you know, no hard feelings, no whatever. Even if someone happens to be killed, it's over. You can't do anything about it. Otherwise, you get in deep trouble. You know, that's kind of how those rules generally go. Bo and Kara, on their way out, you know, they're trying to get information on the houses that are happening, going around, and it's not really working too well. These houses, kind of like in a mafia sort of way, like to keep their dirty laundry inside the family. rather than out, which makes a lot of sense if you don't really want people, random people at that, to really be a part of anything. Then they kind of figure that they're not going to get really any information out of just random people. They decide to go head to the Colosseum. And Bo finds a potential teacher as they watch fights during the Colosseum. And they witness an insectoid-like man named Scarus win a duel. And Bo asks them to be their teacher, and after a pretty severe beatdown, but still not doing a bad job against an expert, I would say. They agree to be their teacher, and Bo now has just a new teacher that they're going to go to kind of learn a lot of this cool stuff. Asa, in her wisdom, joins up kind of in a day job, a little bit on purpose and a little bit not, and is being a compiler for the people who keep track of the list, so to speak. And she spends her entire day, or work day rather, following a guy with a ledger that keeps track of the dueling, who's ranking above whom, and kind of they earn a little bit of money during that work. And we all, after our day is over, we all retire to our inn, which is, I believe, the Broken Knee. I believe. Yes, the Broken Knee. And we kind of talk about what we were doing that day, other stuff. Core went to the library, didn't really find anything, unfortunately. They barely had an understanding of what a library was, and now they really know, and they're like, oh. But regardless of that, we talk about what we were doing today. What are we going to do? Do we continue to do we actually participate in these duels to get on the list? What do we do about that? Suddenly, a very, very, very proper, was it a half orc or just an orc?
An orc.
Yeah, it was an orc. Okay, yeah.
Although they are an orc, they do appear to be fairly human in how they present, however.
Yeah, they were very, very dapper, is
Yes.
what I would like to call them. Very handsome orc. I think orcs can be handsome. I don't think that's impossible. And he cordially invited us to House Drelvin, which are one of the 9 houses, the higher houses of Mivon, and invited us to come speak with them at any point in time the next day. And obviously we debated a little bit about that. We were kind of like, okay, I guess we are going to go to that meeting. And here we are.
House Kilvas. It was Drelvin Kilvas was the ancestor.
Yeah.
We also
Is
learned
Drelvin or
that
Kilvas? Okay.
Kilvas is the last name. Drelvin.
I thought it was Kildus. Is it D or V?
V.
V.
Kilvas.
Kilvas.
Kilvus.
Kilvis.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I wrote down the
It's
first.
Kilvis?
It's Kilvis, actually. My name is Barnaby Kilvis.
We also learned number 1 and number 2 on the list. Number 1 is Rastin.
We peed and
Celine,
pooped on?
and then-
Oh.
Number 2 is Gaspard, who's actually gunning for number 1 now.
Right. And well, that was the
Which
thing,
is
right?
like-
It was
that was a big
a
thing.
normal thing that they just kind of accepted those spots, but now number 2 wants to push for number 1. And that could mean a lot of things.
Gaspar Telik is the name of the number 2 of House Telik, one of the 9 houses.
So bastards.
But is Celine not?
Celine is from one of the houses.
But
He is
one of
from
the
a different house, though.
right. Is it one of the top 9 or is it one of the minor 97 or however?
One
many
of the
there
top 9, not one of the other
Okay.
20.
Yeah, yeah.
Raston is an old man by this point, who, for the years up until this point, has been more or less protected in his position as number 1, because anybody who wants to take him out has to first go through Gaspar Telek. And Gaspar Telek is a young sword lord who has been able to fight off any contenders. So while Gaspar has previously willingly accepted being number 2 while sort of tutoring under Raston, it seems that something has changed, and now he is looking to officially take the number 1 spot.
Right, so he can be mayor. Like, he's looking to move politically.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The why is the question.
But why? I'm sure we as plucky adventurers could find out. I can't wait. I love
think-
political intrigue.
Yeah. Woo!
We're so good at them.
Alright.
It's not like we abandoned a planet because of it.
Shut up! Shut up, Joe!
That's because you couldn't change anything on Ravnica, okay? That was different.
The public doesn't know about that. We don't talk
Do you-
about Ravnica.
Do you not know what politics is?
Stop! I'm gonna cry.
Listen,
That's his
Joe.
goal. That's his
Listen.
goal. Don't give in.
Look,
Don't
we're
give in.
gonna make World of Darkness a better place. Don't worry, it's gonna be better by the end of this game.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hyper zero
Yeah.
it.
This is in World of Darkness! Come on!
That we know of yet.
Wait.
Roll a
I have
D100.
Don't
Don't
give anyone any ideas. Why?
I have
were you rolling
previously
D10s?
established that the Earth that you all went to is the World of Darkness Earth.
Because we blew up
Bro.
Idaho.
Look, I enjoyed blowing up Idaho. I have actually lived there in real life, and nobody worth caring about is there.
The werewolves were. The werewolves were worth killing. Or
Look at
carrying.
our audience and I know,
just-
gone.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. My cousin's there. I'd say my cousin.
Damn it,
but-
buddy. 95% of my viewership's from Idaho.
Well, hey, I mean, if your cousin's there, then like 50% of the population's worth saving, right?
Alright, maybe.
No, that's Kansas.
I'll just tell her to get out. And I'll
Remember
be like,
slamming
"All right."
Idaho. Just,
Like, I'm just saying, I went to that was like my first year of college, and I was in a town called Rexburg, and they have a curfew there. Okay, nothing is worth
that's
saving.
gross.
Alright, so it is the evening of the 13th of Gosrin. Mr. Mattis has just left you all alone, departing back his own way.
I think we all had talked a bit more about it in a room. And then
Yeah, we
agreed
went upstairs.
we agreed we'd go, and then 3 of us went downstairs to go watch the play.
Yes.
The duel.
Well, that's where we are. If you all want, we can move to the next morning. That would work for you all, but it's up to you all. Are y'all doing anything else throughout the night?
Probably not after the play.
Rebecca, do you
No,
want to do your
no.
fluff? What was it
No,
super
no.
important?
It wasn't super important. I just wanted to,
Does it need to be super important to roleplay?
mm, that's true.
With
But
us?
no, it's good. It's good.
No.
I know that Tara wanted to do something too. Did you
Yeah.
remember what it was?
Well,
No,
you
I
do
completely
some.
forgot.
Oh, well, all right.
Great.
It'll
Great.
come to me this game. I'll be like, damn.
Time to sleep.
But yeah, there was roleplay you technically wanted to do, but I who knows what that is now.
Mm-hmm. Lost to time.
Schrodinger's roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
Bo will try to get early rest, early to bed, early to rise, so you can go and meet Scars in the morning.
Oh yeah, and Car's going with him.
That's right.
Okay, you all get to sleep. You all wake up the next morning as bells ring out through the city at the early hour of 6
Ow.
in
Nice.
the morning.
Why do they have bells for that?
All right, well I know why this guy wants to be mayor now. He wants to change to that.
Just what's the stop? Of those?
Yeah.
Bo would be the type of person I hate, where he's definitely a morning person. And when everyone wakes up, he's already doing like push-ups on the floor. He's like, "Hey, sleepyhead."
Oh no, Core is definitely a morning person. You know how
But-
young that thing is? 3 months.
Maddie is technically a morning person, but she stayed up late watching the silly play.
Sure.
Yeah, the hand-to-hand combat is what you watch.
Listen, all of you, I am not a morning person.
We do.
I usually stay up till 4 in the morning
Asa,
Doing
doing
research.
spell shit. Yeah. And
Asa!
then,
Asa,
Mm,
Asa,
yes, cool. What is it?
Asa.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to the house today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get up.
Ace is gonna.
No, right. No. I was just gonna try and levitate there, but
Ace is gonna
Not
learn the
quite.
silent spell as soon as possible.
They should have learned that for the 3 months that they've known Core. But they also jump on the bed, so.
Sorry. Bo will get up. He'll go and get Clara. Clara. Oh, it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm up.
All right. And off to Scars at the smaller battlegrounds, I believe is what we mean. I got a train.
I'm imagining that Bo is gonna be training a lot. Maybe I'll be able to give the lesson while Bo has to hit something. My art lessons.
Alright, sorry, give me a moment. I'm trying to get
Mm-hmm.
Ace's art all updated. If anyone wants to talk
Yeah,
to somebody else, now would be a good time.
That's what we need to do. I need to get your dang
you.
token
The
art
co-
before this.
The commission.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Paid good money for
So,
that,
so
please.
pretty.
It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it.
Sighs as you didn't send money my
I
way.
need to
I'm
get
kidding.
the token.
Well, you were really busy when I commissioned this in
Yeah, you
April
did this...
of last year.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that would be a reason.
she did other art for me, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm starting a new D&D campaign. Can you make my character?" And she was like,
Oh wow,
"Yeah, sure."
the fact
And I was
that
like,
it was
"I'll let you know."
last April, huh? Damn.
Mm-hmm. I
Well, I'm
looked it
glad
up.
you
I was
got
like,
it.
"Oh,
I'm glad you got it though. It looks great. Looks good.
thanks, man."
I love it. It's good.
I always do that to any of my buds who are like, "Look at this commission I got," and I'm like, "I see how it is," and I'm like, I'm mostly joking because it's like I know I'm busy, but like, it's just like, yeah, all right.
Sis, when you get the token, could you send that to me
Yep.
on Discord as well, please?
Sure
No,
will.
you don't get the artwork. No,
I need it for the stream.
no, you gotta send in a copyright form and then ask Rebecca's permission to use it, etc. And then I have to witness the exchange, and
I
then
mean, I already
it's
sent
legal.
it to Cody, so
Damn it!
I got the art. I need a token.
yeah.
Nah, you're fine.
Alright, so Car gets up. She's gonna go talk to who's not busy. Like I guess I'll go talk to Asa. Asa's not busy. Player's not busy at the moment.
I'm just
Mhm.
jumping around.
Ace
like
is
an
just
idiot.
sitting there doing the mage armor spell. It's just somatic, so she's just moving her hands in front of her, but it's so practiced, it's nothing to do this spell.
Alright, so I'm gonna go take Nubber over to his new BFF to get beat up some.
Hmm.
After
Oh.
that,
Scars, was it?
yeah, Scars, that's it.
I would really like to watch Bo get beat up. Do you think that he would mind having someone else attend?
I don't see why not. He beat him up in front of Core.
Okay.
It was fun!
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He suplexed him right on his head. It was hilarious.
Oh, that sounds delightful. And I really think Core should see strong people get, absolutely thrashed, just so that they can know that it doesn't matter how powerful you are, there's almost always somebody more powerful.
Oh well, I guess you'll see that they'll see that at the tournament. Just everyone thinking they're the biggest, baddest, and then getting just crushed. Or into a draw or something. I don't know. I don't know what the power scaling goes for these things.
Do you think they have draws in the duels?
Probably not.
Oh, hello,
They-
Maddie.
From what I
Oh.
understand about the rules, they usually try to fight off a draw, so they try to like fix it.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
usually there's a conclusion or something.
There's some sort of rule in place that defines how the fight ends.
Yep.
There's very little chance of both participants getting the win condition at the same time, usually.
Yep. Maybe something cool will happen, like both their swords will break at the same time when they clash together, and they'll be like, "Oh, we gotta stop the fight and restart it." It'll be really cool.
Wouldn't that be a very poorly
I would love
crafted
that.
sword, though?
If they're really good swordsmen, though, maybe they were really good made swords, and they're just so good that they weren't enough to handle it.
The goodness
Huh.
cancelled out.
Yep.
Look at my girl. She's so pretty.
So good.
Taking that as made, like the tournament
Hell
swords
yeah.
might not be the best quality just because they need one for everyone. Like they're not supposed to be like super advanced, state of the art. Well, I guess they're probably decent. They
Well,
probably,
I
they
thought-
probably have Smith deals and stuff. Like maybe there's a little symbol on something on the sword, just like you know what Smith made it. So she's like, hey, I really like this sword during the tournament. Maybe I should find the Smith and have one made for me. Like the grip was really nice.
This is getting really intriguing. Is this a good story that you're writing?
No, this is just life. I guess life is kind of an intriguing story when you think about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just
think-
need to get like a Noboru over there and find out how long it's gonna be before he's ready to go see the Drelvins. Is that the appropriate term, the Drelvins?
No.
Family Drelvin?
No. It's
Lord
Kilvis.
Drelvin?
House
The
Relva's
Kilvis.
his first name.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was I
Mhm.
keep thinking of the statue that I saw that
Right, of
was
Drelvin.
Kelvin. Yeah.
Right.
Alright, it's the Kilvis family, got it.
What?
The Kilvis family.
Yes, House Kilvis. They're,
House Kilvis, that's it.
they're
Yeah.
really, really highly ranked
Oh, the
in
Kilvis
the noble families, so something to watch out for.
Yep, gotta get all our properties and such. Make sure
Yeah.
we're not misspeaking to them. Whatever, it's all nobility shit.
Let me know when you all are going. I'm gonna stay here. I've got a couple spells I still want to get in my spell book.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. Is there anything that any of you would like me to bring?
Like what?
Spells.
Oh,
Spell-like?
spells?
Yeah.
I don't know, what kind of spells you got? Like,
I-
the healing stuff's always happy. Always
Oh,
happy to
yeah.
get heals.
There's always those. I like that magic weapon.
Magic weapon would be cool. It's like we don't have a lot of stuff equipped yet.
Yeah.
As far as runes and things.
Got divine my cantrips. I've got forbidding ward and guidance and stabilize and shield and bless and my title surge. I have access to a couple of other spells, but I'm not really sure if you need them or not.
Yeah, it's always just you never know what's gonna run into the day, what's gonna come of the day. So yeah.
No, yeah. Well, I guess I can just keep with what I have.
I guess Bus is good in a pinch in case like we get like cornered in since we're expecting possibly to get ambushed in this house maybe. They decide to turn on us. You hit Bless and then we're all bundled up together.
Alright, you ready to go? Should get
Yes,
this,
I am.
We should get these done early, that
I'm
way
Terrible
we
at
have
small talk, so let's
time
get
for
going.
the house.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, sorry.
No, it's all good.
All right, and Bo and Kara depart from the inn and head over to the arena.
Oh wait, also before you go, tell Scaris that I'll be here in the evening to give them an art lesson if they want.
If you will be here, we don't know what we're doing in the evening. We don't want to make plans.
Okay, but
I'll
just
tell
let
them
them
where
know.
we stay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, Cor. We'll figure it out.
okay, bye. Sorry.
All right, and you all head over towards the west side of town to one of the smaller arenas. When you get there, you can see that currently it's sort of like an open battlefield type thing where anybody can go in and use it. You would have remembered from the day previously that it's usually after a few hours from the morning bell that everything normally starts up.
Mhm.
So this is just sort of like open play type time. When you all get there, you see that Scarus is already present. They are sitting down, they have their legs crossed, and their, at least whatever you consider to be their eyes are closed. Or all of their eyes are closed. It's very difficult to make out this insectoid creature.
I hurry up to him and bow. Sorry for making you wait, Master, but I'm here and ready to learn.
It is not a problem. I have been here for a few hours. You are not late.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind for the next time.
And Scarus is going to go ahead and get up and begin working with Bo through a number of moves. He's going to start with teaching Bo how to fall, which is going to be very funny for Kara just to watch Bo fall on the ground over and over and over and over.
Yeah. Before we get started, though, a quick thing. How long is this going to take, do you think? Because we do have, like, talk to some people about a job later in the day. Do you need him for the whole day, or is this going to be, like, a half-a-day thing? Like, what are we looking at?
He looks to Bo. How long?
I'd say any other day, Master, I'd be able to give you as much as my attention as I can, but we have been called upon, and, well, we do need to pay our way around this town, so we'll have to go. Could I do a smaller one today? I don't want you to think that I'm not willing to put in the necessary requirement for this learning. I am, but, well, I hope you understand.
I offer my time freely. It is about how much time you wish to take.
Perfect. I think a few hours today, and then tomorrow.
Define few.
Perfect.
He says define few.
Oh, define few. Okay. Well, did we get a time period for when we're supposed to meet?
No, we did not. They just said
At our
come
convenience.
whenever.
Come at
Say
your
at our
leisure.
convenience. You know what?
Which is. Don't do it.
How about we go till noon?
That is acceptable.
Perfect.
I'll make a perception check. Is that actually acceptable?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
I feel like
This one will be
Scars.
secret since you're gathering
I
information.
feel like he's gonna be hard to read. You know, Bugman and whatnot.
Look at all
Does
the
he make
eyes.
twitches?
Unfortunately, the stoic persona of this insectoid creature is very difficult to read, especially because the creature doesn't have like facial expressions or anything of that sort. It's more that its mouth, like mandible section, just opens up and moves, but there's no actual cheeks that raise or anything like that for you to read. You have no clue.
All right, I'll go ahead back to the inn and let everyone know when we're meeting up. Just meet back at the inn at noon, and we'll go ahead and we'll head over to the place we need to go.
Will do. Actually, just you all head that way, and I'll meet you at the gate. That way, we just take out the travel time.
All right, we'll meet up at the gate. No problem.
Perfect.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
See you there.
Car's gonna go back to the inn.
All right, and for the next hour, Scarus is going to have Bo learning how to fall.
It's a very important part of
Alright.
wrestling. Taking a
It
boat.
very much is. Learning how to take a fall properly, how to not damage yourself with it. So Bo is just going to be falling in the sand for a solid hour, and then they're going to move on to more advanced techniques.
Nice.
For retraining, so
Yeah.
for each day that you do this, it will count as 2 days towards retraining. So 3 days of this, and you'll be able to respec your archetype.
Perfect. Now, are we saying, like, what's a day? Like, I did 12 hours? Or not 12 hours, it's not
Well, you're
noon.
doing 6 hours
6
of this,
hours.
so 6 hours.
Okay. So
Mornings until noon, basically, or noon until 6, or something like that.
it needs 24 hours to count as a day? Like for
No,
training?
I'm just saying if you spend your mornings for the next 3 days, or for a combined of 3 days, you
Right.
will have the retraining.
Gotcha. Okay, so this will count as one of my 3 days then.
Correct.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay.
He's running through the paces at the beginning.
Gotcha.
While that's going down, Kara, you get back to the inn.
All right, guys. I get everyone together. Is everyone here? Maddie's working on
Yes.
spells.
Mm-hmm.
Cora's here. Ace is here.
Yeah, I went when Maddie mentioned spells, Ace was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea," and then went to join. So we're both like have all of our books and our inks and our chalk and all that shit out, and we're like,
Nerd! It's like, who said that?
"It's true."
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and meet up at the gate at noon. So just try to not lose track of time in your books and your magics.
Sure.
Hey, Cor, can you stay here and make sure they come out at noon?
Am I gonna be going to the meeting?
Yeah, you're gonna be coming to the meeting. Why won't you come to the meeting?
Okay.
You're a very important
You just-
member of the team.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I can wait for them to get here.
Oh no, we're gonna meet at noon. At noon, wake them up and tell them that we're going to the gate.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I
Rustle them from their
House Clovis's gate, right?
I think the gate is actually at the out of character. Isn't the gate like a part of the
Or the
Coliseum or something?
Oh, I was talking about
No, you're
House
going to their
Kilvis.
house.
Yeah.
Okay,
House
yeah, House
Kilvis's
Kilvis.
gate. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Yeah, House Clovis's gate. Where is that?
Oh yeah, it's up by the Coliseum, past the library, yada yada yada.
Up
Oh
the hill,
right.
etc.
He did go those directions. Yeah, I remember that.
So probably like rouse them around 11:30ish, cause like they'll give us time to get there while he's finishing up his training.
Yeah, sure. That's in about an hour and a half. Okay, yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. Thank you very much, Core, for taking care of them. I'm gonna go check out the town a little bit.
Okay, stay safe.
You too.
This does beg the question. Corey doesn't know how to read.
No,
Do they know
they
how to
do.
read a clock?
No, they know how to read now.
Okay. Do they
Doors
know
are
how to
locked.
read a clock, though?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. Additionally, since clocks aren't necessarily like everywhere, there is what was commonly done with bells.
Bells.
Yeah. So at 7 it'll ring 7 times. At 8 it'll ring 8 times, and so
Yeah. Core understands that concept.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it would be very difficult to live in a world not understanding that concept.
yeah.
I'm sure Asa taught them.
All right, and Asa and Maddie are doing some scroll scribing, right? You can go ahead and do those rolls real quick.
Scroll scribing.
Okay.
Yep.
So which one's first? What scroll are you doing? Or it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't get, like, used if you're trying
Correct.
to learn it, yeah.
I'm gonna first try to copy over command.
Okay.
It's a good
It's
one.
level 1, right? So it's a DC 15.
Yep.
And
Which means
two.
Yep. So it means I need a 9.
You got it, too.
Haha! You know
Ooh.
what? Let's start off with a hero point there.
Ooh, really?
By the
Yep.
way, everybody 2, Muddy 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
and Steve 3, because last time you didn't get to use your hero points for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. 3 hero points. I feel happy.
All right. Command is now in my toolkit.
Just watch.
And
we're not gonna
then-
use it.
My second spell is going to be to try to learn Grease.
It's another first level, DC 15.
Very important
Yep.
spell. Oh.
Ew! Why are you here?
Two crew.
Buddy.
All right. I'll lose that 2 gold and try again.
Okay, you got time.
You don't lose the... 8 is not
Only
a
if it's
critical
crit-
failure,
Yeah.
so you don't
Okay.
lose the materials. So you don't lose
Oh.
any money. You just lose the time.
All right. So I've used 2 hours.
Oh no!
No?
You fail to learn the spell, but you can try again after you gain a level.
Oh, okay.
Holy
Well, then
Oh,
never
shit.
mind.
So yeah, you
Right.
can't learn Grease until level 3.
Yikes.
right. Cool. So I did spend the 2 gold for the first spell. I'm glad I spent the reroll on
Yeah.
it then.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Ah.
But you didn't expend the gold. You still get to keep the gold.
Yeah.
I spent the 2 gold for command though.
Yes. But
Yeah.
not for Greece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how bad do you want Grease? Because you might want to use a hero, but you don't get that until level 3.
No, I'll wait on it.
Close.
I only have 2 spell slots at my current level. And I'm gonna those are prime slots for me already. So
This seems more like filling out the spell book than I
yeah.
need this spell.
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely versatility.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
rough having to wait a level.
A whole level.
Yeah.
There is a feat that bypasses that.
Nice.
I don't know where it is though.
Of course there is. Nice thing about Pathfinder. Lots of things in your way. Lots of ways to get past it.
Yeah.
They give you obstacles and ways to get around.
All right.
The attack penalty sucks. Play a Flurry Ranger.
Right. I am going to try and learn Unseen Servant, which is a level
Level
1.
DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun one. Nope.
Great.
2!
Awful.
Two. The cursed 2.
I can't believe I got a 2.
Do you want a hero point it?
No, because we're going to that place.
We are.
So I don't want to.
You retain your money, and you can't learn Unseen Servant until next level.
Wow.
But
Okay.
you hero point you used Unseen Servant to steal from the rich. Let Nero come back out.
Right. No.
Give to the poor, aka yourself.
Wow. That stung
okay.
deep.
And then I will also try to learn Pocket Library. Let's see.
Oh, the big one.
Is that level 1?
Oh, of course. 1725.
Is that level 1?
Yes.
That's a crit success. You only expend 1 gold to learn it.
Yay!
Woo!
Crit success.
Nerds don't mess around with their libraries.
That's it.
Wow.
That's what it was. It was like, is this for a library? You crit success.
Yeah. Pocket Library is in my toolkit. I love that spell. There's no good time to use it.
Sure. Very
No.
thematic.
I'll find a time.
Well, eventually you'll get to the
Pocket
point where your
Library.
first level spell slots are kind of crap.
Right.
That'll
No.
be the time to use it.
No, I won't.
But
In
you
fact,
won't. Asa will.
I will. It's okay, buddy. That's why I'm gonna take all the random weirdo spells. It's like,
Yep.
when would you ever use this? Well, when you have a shit ton of
When I'm
slots, that's
strong.
when.
Though I'll say I'll massively respect you if you find a way to slip it in with the Magus. Somewhere where it's useful.
Oh, no, there are ways to get extra spell slots with a Magus. I intend to pick some up.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's been 2 hours. Do you have any other spells stuff you want to do? Inscribe from each other's books, perhaps?
Yes. If possible, I want to grab Grim Tendrils from Asa.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
That sounds like an Ace spell. Sounds
Wow.
like she has an Eldritch Being
Wow.
that she's friends with.
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yes, 2 gold
You
and
are
you learn
wrong.
that spell.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
2 gold.
Does Asa have a third?
No, nope. Well, I mean, I could. You know what? I'll attempt to do it just because I got a crit success on that one. I'm gonna try and learn Mirror Image. It is a level 2.
Okay, so that's a
Ooh.
DC 18.
Ooh, so
Ye-
You have a
want me
plus
to-
8,
Can
so
I
you need a 10.
can I give you guidance for this?
I don't think you can because it
No,
takes
it's like a
place
long
over an hour.
activity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see. Brr.
nope.
Oh, it like
Aw.
lingered on 16, and then it was like, "Fuck you."
No.
Unless
can
you
use
want
Okay.
hero
But you can
points.
try again next level.
Yeah, yeah. I just because we're only 300, we're less than 300 XP from next level. I'm not super worried about it. So
Okay.
Yeah, and you're definitely
Famous-
gonna have time to get that level up. for
Famous
Yeah.
last words.
sure.
okay.
All right.
Good to know.
Anything else for the rest of your mornings? You've gotten 3 hours down with just scribing.
I'm gonna try and teach Core some history. Just because I mean they don't know a ton of stuff, so I would like to work with Core just to learn history or something. I don't fucking know. Or maybe the history of Mivan or this area. Something. I know a lot of stuff, so I want to have lessons, just so that Core is more aware of like what's around us and what's happening, and isn't so much like I was born 3 months ago and I don't know anything that requires
Should-
experience.
Should I be dressed in something a little more fancy?
We have wigs at home, and then you can wear one of those when we do this. But for right now, it's all right.
Okay. I mean, I'm only just in these cloth robes anyway, so.
It's all right. I'm mostly joking. You don't have to look a particular way to learn. You can look however you want.
Well, maybe I'm just fancy because of my shiny, fins.
It's true. You are very fancy. So I would like to help you learn a little bit more about how the River Kingdoms came to be and what happened in the past. Why all of this is sort of like this. There's a reason
Weird.
behind it.
Okay. Well, alright. Oh, I do have to tell you that at least around, 11:30, we're gonna be meeting, Bo and Kara at the, House Colvis Gate.
Oh,
So we need to be ready for that.
all right.
Kara came in while you were adjusting your spells and doing very important things.
Okay, I think that's doable. That should be fine.
And if needed, you can tell me about a lot of stuff on the way. I'm a very good listener.
Of course. And then I will not roleplay 3 hours of helping or the history of
Begin your lecture.
no.
Take notes.
All
there
right,
will be a
give me
test.
your give me your master's dissertation. Let's go.
No. In the River Kingdoms.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, and then we'll move on to your doctorate, and then yeah.
Okay. While all this is going down, is there anything Bo wanted to, what's it called? Talk to Scaris about other than the training?
Not
I
really.
just didn't want to skip past it
No.
without checking.
I think Bo doesn't want to waste his time, so to say. I think maybe later on he'll try to get to know him a bit better, but for the first day he wants to make sure, that he's got something to teach. Bo is attentive in learning. So all
right.
of it's gonna be spent to that.
While all this is going down, Kara heads out to the town. Is Kara looking for anything in particular, or is she just having a nice morning out in the town?
She's gonna head over to the library.
All right, she gets over to the library. She sees the Kenrasu at the... I'm gonna remember it. At the... God damn it! I have it in my head.
It's the circulation desk.
Circulation. God damn it. See the Kenrasu at the circulation desk. So you get there, you look at the circulation desk. The Kenrasu sitting behind the circulation desk. I'm gonna just keep saying circulation desk until it fucking sticks in my head.
You can just write it down over and over again. That's how I remember anything.
Yep. Alright, she's gonna walk up to the Conrasu and just like, hey, you are in charge of this place, right?
Answer: yes.
Yeah, do you have a name?
Response: I do not.
Okay, do you just want to be referred to as the librarian or something?
Response: you can simply address me by looking at me and speaking.
Alright, no problem then. I need to do some research on some specific things, and I'm not really necessarily good at this library stuff. Could you help me?
Inquiry: what are you seeking information on?
Yeah, I'm looking to do research on occultism, specifically psychic phenomenon.
Inquiry: can you be more specific? Occultism and psychic phenomena is a very broad subject.
I guess psychometry would be the closest equivalent. Specifically
Of
fields in
course.
psychometry.
The Kenrasu is going to reach up one of its branches, pluck an acorn, and hold it out to you.
Alright, they gave me an acorn. Should I do something with the acorn?
When you pick up the acorn, you can sort of feel it pulling you in a certain direction.
Oh, and we're
Very
gone.
subtly.
Mine had lasers.
Alright, just follow the acorn. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And she will follow the pull of the acorn.
All right, it's a very subtle one, and you can sort of see a wispy outline of a trail leading you up to the second floor, and then to a bookshelf that has stuff on what you're looking for. Generalized, it's a bunch of different books on the on various topics in the subject, but yeah, that's the little section.
Alright, I guess let's get started here. Just get started somewhere, so yeah, here. And she'll pull down a book and start reading.
All right, and Kara goes ahead and spends her morning reading away. Noon comes around, or rather, the time is approaching noon, and you all are each making your way to the gates of House Killis. Anybody have any last things before?
Just a bow arrives sore as fuck. Lays hand on her back.
Nothing but an out of character mechanical question, but anything,
Yep.
we'll cover that later.
Ask away. What is it?
Oh, it's something on my character sheet and something I didn't put a lot of thought into until now. I'll talk to you about it,
Okay.
privately while we're doing this.
Sure. Okay, so you all end up meeting up at the gates outside of House Kilvis. House Kilvis from the exterior is a large mansion. It is a what's it called? Almost like a wraparound where there's a large courtyard between an east and western wing. There is a gate that goes all the way around the place with a decent buffer distance of probably 20-30 feet between between the wall and the actual estate itself. There are some nice gardens set up in that area, but most of the area in the sort of loop within the center of the house seems to be training grounds. And you can see that there are dummies set up, and there are people actively at work at the moment. This isn't a a single family mansion. This place looks like it can house easily 100 people. So it looks more like a
Wow.
boarding school almost.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Damn.
This is a really big house.
This is intimidating, is what it is. And
Are
it
you
makes-
okay?
Well, I'm okay, but I mean, this does nothing to satiate my fears of why the hell do they want to talk with us? Look at
You
all
said there's a
these
bunch-
people.
Well, there's a bunch of people training here, right?
Inside the gates, probably a good 50-60 feet away from you, yes.
I don't know, maybe they wanted you as a pupil or something.
It's no wizard's tower.
That's true. Come on, let's go inside.
Hopefully
Yes,
my...
let's. You hear a voice from behind you.
Ah!
Oh!
You see the visage of Mr. Maddox, who just walks up behind you and past you all, gesturing you with him.
How long was he there?
I don't know.
Maddie follows.
Yeah.
Yep.
He heads up to the gate. The two guards at the gate open up the place, and you all follow through. Mr. Mattis leads you all in, past the training yards, and then into the west wing of the estate. You see that the interior is as nice as the exterior. It doesn't look like it is particularly rugged or damaged, as if people have been fighting inside, as you might have thought based on the courtyard. It looks like the people here take good care of the estate. He leads you down a few halls and then eventually to a staircase that descends down into the lower level of the building. In the lower level,
Cora's worried about her talons scratching the floor.
We haven't been asked to strip our weapons or anything, have we?
you have not.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Cool.
And actually, that's a good point. When you get up to the what's it called? When you get up to the front door, of this western wing of the place. Mr. Madison looks back, notices that Core has claws, talons, or whatever you would call them,
claw
on
feet.
their feet. And they say, "Do you have shoes or boots of some sort?"
No. Do you?
We should be able to find some. Please wait here.
Okay.
He has a gentle nod of his head, and then he heads inside and closes the door behind him, leaving you all outside, still in the sort of courtyard under an overhang. So you all are shaded from the sun and able to look out across the training yard where numerous duelists of ages anywhere from 10 up to probably mid-20s are in the middle of sparring fights.
4 cobblers run out in real time and start making shoes around Core's feet.
I've never had shoes before. Do you think they really have shoes for me?
They'll probably find something. They don't want to damage their carpets.
I don't want to damage their carpet either.
Look, worst case scenario, Noboru will just carry you.
Evening, B.
Yeah, Noboru will just carry you.
Maddie looks down at Noboru, then looks over to Core. Oh,
I could try.
sure.
I just have mostly weight in my bones. I don't really have that much muscle.
Right. I don't think it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Maddie looks over disappointed at Asa.
I know Maddie could carry me.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
The door opens back up, and Mr. Mattis comes back out with a pair of wooden sandals.
Oh.
They do not look particularly fancy. They look like, training sandals. The kinds that are made out of wood and have, little tiny supports underneath of them. I apologize. This will have to do. Everything else that we have is in some form of leather or cloth that you would likely rip to pieces.
Probably. But I'll make sure to step carefully.
Thank you. And with that, he will lead you in with Core's feet properly secured on wooden sandals.
Clop, 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 clop.
Yes, there are clops, but at least the claws are resting upon wood instead of the actual floor. Now he leads you down into the lower level, as previously described, and as you get down to this lower level, you can see that although the walls have become stone, and it's clear that you're kind of subterranean, the floor is still carpeted. There's still rug. You see that there are tapestries on the walls, there are paintings, pictures, a few statues, some torch sconces that are lit, and keeping the area well lit. He leads you into an office that he opens up. It's a fairly sizable office with a big wraparound desk that he walks behind, takes pulls back his chair, sits down, and addresses you all. Please take a seat. He gestures. A handful of chairs walk over before his desk, like the actual stool legs walk as if a creature. Think
Funny.
what's it called? Beauty and the Beast.
This dude's got a house of
Ottoman.
mimics. Yeah, I'll take a seat.
Yep, I guess I'll sit down.
Allow me to begin by saying I thank you for taking this meeting. I understand that it is an unusual request, and one that may have given you a great bit of distress. For that, if that is the case, you have my apologies. The truth is that we are looking for outsiders to assist us in a matter that must be handled with a great deal of delicacy. You all have just recently arrived and been added to the list, and from what we hear, you are not from too far away. It is Sovereign Hill, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. That is what the Leshy said.
Bo swallows so hard.
Uh-oh.
Matter of fact, as he says that, there is a slight as he just tries his best to move the chair just slightly enough that he's still sitting, but there's room to get up and run. He's tits now. He's mostly tits.
Captain Leffy?
Yes, that is him.
That was an interesting journey.
How was it?
People
He
died.
seemed very irritated.
Well, his Pugwampy's abandoned ship and were probably eaten by a sea monster.
Like,
And then,
Monkeys are to do.
And then we learned how to sail.
It was
Interesting.
very, very interesting.
that's where you
Nothing
pass up.
teaches like necessity.
Very true.
So anyway, you were saying?
Yes, well, we have a matter that we need investigated, and we need somebody that is the outsiders, people that aren't presently involved in the politics of Mivon, people who can work quietly and without much impact on the other houses. Although we have some people that we would normally tap, given circumstances, we are looking for a completely fresh set of eyes. The job will pay you well. We can offer you each 100 gold coins upon successful completion of the job, as well as a letter of recommendation for whatever jobs or businesses you are seeking to apply to build, create, join, or whatever while you are in town. It does not hurt to have House Kilvis owing you a favor.
Well, that sounds pretty lucrative. What's the job exactly?
Unfortunately, that's where we hit a snag. Because you see, the job is one that must be dealt with very delicately and with a great care to information containment. So, if I'm to tell you this information, I need you all to willingly enter into a pact with me that you will not share this information outside of these halls. This does not mean that you will This does not mean that you will accept the job, simply that you will not talk about, communicate, or in any way pass this information on willingly.
I assume a magical pact.
Correct.
Is it like super morally ambiguous?
The job?
Yeah.
I guess it would
yeah.
depend on your morality, but no, I do not think so. I don't think the average person would scoff at it.
Would the,
Alright.
would the job take killing?
Killing is possible. I wouldn't say that it would involve, shall we say, non-lawful killing.
And
This pact that you want us into, it's merely just to learn the details of the job, correct? Not accepting it.
Correct. Acceptance is not a condition of accepting this pact. This pact is simply to keep the information about the job a secret. If you all refuse, then you all will be free to go your way, but the pact will hold so that way you do not share this information elsewhere.
Exactly what are the consequences of sharing regardless of the pact? I ask because our young dragon. Maddie's gonna point to Core, look questioningly at her own words, and then kind of go look back at him. She's really young, and it's possible for mistakes to occur. So, on the event that it does slip, what exactly would happen?
If it would slip, which is unlikely because there are precautions to prevent it from slipping, as in the words themselves would catch within your throat if you tried to speak them.
Okay.
But if you should find some way to bypass it, then the magic that is acted upon you would slowly begin to wither you away until you made amends or in some way reported what had happened and give us the information that we require to handle the transgression with whoever learned the information that shouldn't have.
Oh.
What's the duration of the secret?
This duration will be for 3 years.
Okay then, don't mention about for 3 years, alright. And it automatically keeps you from accidentally spilling the beans?
It should, unless you go out of your way to try to find a way past it. It should stop any attempt to speak about it to somebody with the intention of sharing that information, or even accidentally speaking about it to somebody who does not already know.
Oh,
So there are precautions in place, but they would be something that you would have to try to bypass.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So.
Do you just want to leave the room?
No. Like I said, I wouldn't tell anybody anything.
Oh, you mean you would not break?
Oh, okay.
the
You wouldn't.
pact.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
see.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you had any other groups before us take this pact specifically for this job?
Specifically for this job, no. But we have used these packs in the past. They have been very useful in keeping information contained and spread only to those who we wish to spread them to.
Okay. One more important question: if one of us fucks up, does it affect all of us, or just the person who fucked up?
Just the one who made the transgression.
Okay.
And it would be on them to report it to us, so that way we can fix the transgression and alleviate the side effects of the pact.
Okay.
Is this done in writing, handshake?
It'll be done by handshake.
Maddie's gonna look over to Asa and like quirk an eyebrow.
If you all would like, there is a separate office just across the hall where you can speak. Or if you rightly believe that we have this entire place under observation, you can depart from the estate, speak at your own leisure, and then return at a later time. I understand that this is not an easy decision to make.
Bow in.
I don't think that'll be necessary for this portion of our little conversation, and I'll stick out my hand for a handshake.
He will shake your hand, and you will feel a binding of magic.
Bow
Oh,
in sign
dude,
language to Maddie says 500 gold, and he just kind of puts out his hand as well.
Oh, right.
He shakes it.
Hand. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do this or something.
Oh, just learn more about the job. I don't see any
Uh-huh.
issues with this.
Of course.
Okay. I'll.
Correct. The goal here is simply to contain information from spreading to parties that we do not wish to know.
Cor puts out her very dangerous-looking hand.
The guy holds it and shakes it without concern for the claws. And in fact, if Core were to put even a little bit of pressure, they can tell that there is something unfleshy about that hand.
Oh. It's like a prosthetic.
Could be.
Difficult to say. Just
Okay.
there's something that doesn't feel like a normal human or orc's flesh.
Okay.
Maddie will reach out as well.
All right, does everybody shake hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hold on 1 second. I'm gonna shake a hand, but let me see something real quick.
Cess, I wanted to see if I could maybe ascertain the origin of the magic they're using for this pact.
Mm.
Sure. Do you have the recognize a spell reaction?
I do.
Okay,
do.
then yeah, you can use that reaction. Post
Yeah.
it real quick so we can look at what it does.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
You'll automatically succeed. That's not going to happen.
Mm.
Just don't critical fail.
All right. Are you an expert in occultism?
I'm not.
How about Arcana?
I'm not an expert in anything yet.
Ooh.
I can't be the only one who has an expert at something.
No,
I'm
I'm
expert.
expert in plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, at level 2 you can get expert from an archetype and from rogues.
Yeah, rogues. Yeah, just not yet, I guess.
Okay, if you're trained in level 2, but you can't get a worse result than a success. The highest level the spell. Oh, it's for automatically identifying. So it'd be against the DC of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana or an Occultism.
Alright, I
Guy
will
is
do
this level.
Arcana in secret. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got the DC. You are unable to identify what it is.
That's fine. Okay. Did I recognize the school at least? Like, was it Primal, Divine, Arcane, or the Occult?
I would say that based on rolling Arcana, you would know that it is an arcane or an occult type. Or sorry, it's an arcane spell, at least.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right, everybody shook hands, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. I appreciate your all's show of trust here. We, House Kilvis has most recently lost possession of an artifact, an heirloom, that we call the Sovereign Stone. We seek to reclaim it, and we believe that one of the other houses is involved. Unfortunately, getting back this stone is, a matter of urgency for us, and something where we need a group of people who are not currently in league with one of the houses.
What was the stone called again? I'm sorry.
Sovereign
The
Stone.
Sovereign Stone.
Sovereign stone.
Have any of you heard of the Sovereign Stone?
Have we?
Well,
Have
what should we roll?
You can roll Society if you would like,
Yay.
or grab it,
Yay!
Lore of Brevoy.
Oh.
I have a
Oh.
+0. Might as well just roll. Woo!
Oh. I feel like I should have that, but I don't.
One of these days, I'm just gonna play a character who just takes for every skill feat additional lore.
Oh, so you're a bard,
I've
right?
read all the
Got it.
books. I can't hit anything, but god damn it, I know things.
Every possible lore
Listen,
skill
somebody
ever,
has
which
to
is
know
literally
everything,
infinite,
okay?
It's very true.
Right?
Just play a turbo thaumaturge.
Remember how there's a
Yeah.
stupid feat in 5th edition that basically lets you have perfect memory for no reason?
Yeah, it's pretty overpowered.
It's like that.
Okay. Asa and Kara both recognize this phrase. Kara, you recognize it because, you were looking up some stuff relating to Bo when you first met him. And Asa, you know it from your deep studiousness. The Sovereign Stone is one of the relics that was held by the Rogarvian family. It was said to be one of the 3 icons of Coral's power, where there is the crown, the ring, and the scepter that the king holds. The Sovereign Stone was the name for the ring. Asa, you in particular, you both know that bit of information. Asa, you know that the Sovereign Stone was lost by the Rogarvian family in a duel against the Kilvis family.
Literally caught a singer.
The Kilvises had a duel against the descendants of Coral and won the ring in combat.
Is the ring more symbolic, or does it actually do something?
It is both. The ring is of vital importance to the house. It serves an essential function to our coming-of-age ceremony.
Oh.
And one of us is soon to be coming of age.
Do you mean magical or?
I simply mean that it is of great importance to House Kilvis that we have this in time for the young lord's coming-of-age ceremony.
Which is?
It will be on the 30th of Gosrin.
And what's the date
The
today? 14th.
Today
We
is
got
So not a lot of
2
time.
weeks. We got
Unfortunately, no, not a lot of time.
like a week and a
But
half.
we do
then?
have some leads that we can provide should you wish to take up this investigation.
No, it's investigation. All right. So you don't know where it is or who has it, but you need someone to find out.
Correct. We need people who can inquire secretly or can move around the city without the same scrutiny as agents of House Kilvis.
I'm.
I think we should take it.
Well,
Of
let's
course,
not, we need
please.
to talk about.
discuss amongst yourselves. You can return when you are ready to decide whether or not you wish to take the job, but I do ask that you return and let me know today, as days are running short for young Master Kalis.
Alright, do you have any other information you can give us about, like... Well, I guess we'll talk about the job more before you give us any more information on it.
In vague terms, we know we know when it was taken, we know under what circumstances it was taken, and we know who it was taken by.
Hmm.
Oh.
What we do not know is exactly how they managed to do it. We do not know where they have taken it, and we do not know where they are.
Do you know why? Is it, like, very obvious why? Or...
We do not know why.
Okay.
We should go to the other room and talk amongst ourselves.
Well,
Yeah,
hang
that
on.
sounds good.
Is the job specifically to find the location of the ring, or is it to return the ring?
It would be to bring back the Sovereign Stone.
Thank you.
I see.
Alright, let's go in the other room and talk.
Okay.
Very well. He gestures you all to go ahead and leave.
Bo will be the last, and he'll make sure to close the door once everyone is in the room.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
then he turns and he says, "Before anyone talks, we all understand. Let's not mention what
Yeah, we know.
understand."
Come
We
on.
know. We know.
Perfect. I would like to take this job
Why?
because we understand.
You're not gonna like take the ring,
No.
are you?
Anyways, the job seems straightforward enough. However, I will admit that this is probably entirely outside of my skill set. I'm not going to be helpful.
I'm
Well,
very
you
stealthy.
could be helpful. I think that this probably had magic involved. There's almost certainly some sort of magical aspect in order to get this stone and retrieve it. So you'll probably actually have quite a bit of use.
And they wouldn't have come
It's-
to us if it wasn't going to be a difficult time achieving this. So it may come to our more useful talents that we've been using as of late.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to pull it off, but I am game.
Hmm.
Any
One thing I will
objections?
say, though, I think we should ask for more. Like, I think the money's good and the status is good, but I'd like lodgings through the tournament because we're gonna burn through that money fairly quickly through this tournament weekend.
Yeah,
We
that
can,
would
if we can arrange some lodging through the tournament, that'd be great.
I could do
I
that.
Well,
think that
maybe
whatever. Go ahead, Cole.
Sorry, Asa. I was just sort of thinking, I mean, they said they know who took it and where it probably is. So if we do take the job, I don't know, I had sort of an idea about maybe how to get it, but that would require a lot more details. It might just be very, very harebrained, but depending on who the house is, I don't know. But Asa, you go and say what you were going to say.
Based on this job, I am with Kara that we could ask for quite a bit more should we retrieve this stone.
What do you want? Lodgings? Pay raise? 150 each?
Lodging is good. The money seems. I don't. Does the money seem reasonable? Does that seem like? I don't know how gold is.
500 gold is a lot.
But
It's a
we
lot of money, right?
We also
Yeah, it's
know
a silver-based economy.
Right. Okay.
That amount of gold is like 2 years' salary,
It's a lot.
living
Okay.
on a comfortable wage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was sufficient gold.
Yeah.
The gold is probably fine, but I do think that lodgings would be a very nice benefit to ask for.
Anything with a
Mm.
good water bath. It's hot here.
We'll do lodgings.
Ew.
I won't even say it had to be good lodgings. There's anything that we can actually use that we don't have to pay for. It'd be nice.
I'm against lodgings.
You're against lodgings.
Because they'll be watched.
Bingo.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I have to pay quite a lot. I mean, we could ask them to pay our lodgings on top of it. We're at the Burgundy. That solves
I don't
both
know.
problems.
I don't know. I'd rather our lodgings be a separate thing altogether. Anything, a certain level of separation is a good idea, I think. That being said, like, it's not like we won't have time to take other jobs.
I don't
And-
know. That's like not. We have to do all the stuff that we probably need to figure out, and maybe a way in and a way out, and all the prep. I don't know. There could be a lot in between.
We have until the 31st to retrieve the item, that's made clear. And the tournament will end a month after the 31st. So, that's still, at the very least, a month of time that we'll be here.
Right.
To the job.
Perhaps a stipend or a voucher for lodging.
Yeah, we just asked for half up front.
Or we ask for half up front, something to that effect. I cannot emphasize how important it is that we get this stone for them. And that I believe we could ask for more. Not a lot more. I don't want to be greedy or make them feel like we're taking advantage, but
Then ask them to pay next week's lodgings. We basically got 2 weeks to get this job done. We've already paid through the first week, which is most of the rest of this week,
Sure.
and then next week would be till basically through the end of the month. And as long as we got that, they cover that. That makes it so that we don't have to worry about our money situation until the job is complete, or
Right.
we screw up the job.
right. So we could
Yeah.
that could be part of our reasoning that if we're not worried about making income for our lodgings, then we have more time to devote to this job.
Perfect.
All
I,
right.
I could get this out of him.
Good.
Is there anything else?
I don't know, is there?
I will ask for platinum access to the library, but he pretty much already guaranteed that. He said that being, in favor of the House Guildvis comes with perks, and he mentioned
really?
a lot of
You
things
think-
amongst that.
You think we'd be allowed?
Well, I think we should clarify that
Clarify.
that is something we want.
Yes, I'll put that on the table.
Maybe a token? I don't know. Have you noticed anybody walking around with favors from the houses?
We can ask.
Okay.
Anything else? Anybody? Anything to mind? Okay.
I'm sure there's something, but I'm not clever enough to figure out the exact specifics. We aren't
Don't
able
say
to
that,
really
Matt.
talk about. We aren't able to talk about the job outside of outside of our own company. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get information while being super cagey. Honestly, it seems kind of like trickery, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I don't know. Maybe they accept commissions and I can just sit and paint people while you go figure things out. What?
No.
I don't think that's a bad idea, to be honest.
I don't think it's a bad idea either. Right. We'll figure it out. We don't have to specifically mention the stone, but there's ways around it. I think it's right for all of us to be a bit hesitant and rightly suspicious, but this does sound like everything we need to get what we want.
And there's more information that he hasn't even talked about yet. There's leads that we already have that will probably be given.
Let's go back.
Oh.
Yep.
Yes. Right.
Car, we'll head back in.
Same.
Yep.
Yep.
See that he's in the middle of writing when you all enter the room. Oh, good, you're back. Did you have time to discuss everything?
We did, and we would have a few stipulations.
Of course.
For taking the job. If we were to take the job, we would like a token of some sort to show that we are in favor of House Gilvis. We would like access.
Upon completion of the job, that's not an issue.
There. We would like access to the platinum tier in the library.
Upon completion, once again.
We would like half of the payment up front.
He takes a moment looking you all over and thinking about it.
Try my best to give him a steady stare, looking back at him.
Alternatively, instead of offering half and then risking you all simply failing, we can comp any expenses that you have that are related to the job.
How about comping 2 weeks of our stay at the Burgundy Inn? In turn of paying up front.
Of course.
We'll take that deal.
And anything that we need?
Any expenses directly related to the pursual of the job, yes.
Right.
Now, this isn't a case for you to, needing some super grand potion that's going to cost you 5,000 gold.
Oh,
Not
no,
gonna
that's
be-
okay.
We will
Not
need a
going to go for it.
trebuchet.
Exactly, but anything that is clearly and reasonably within the purview of getting the job done, we will handle the expenses for.
I'll keep the receipts.
Thank you. Love a paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
We accept, and we will take the job. Now, please, what more information do you have?
A few days ago, a duelist of ours by the name of Milan Corsus attempted to steal something from our vaults. The Sovereign Stone. There were 2 of our other duelists that intercepted him on the retreat, found out what he was trying to do, and attempted to stop him. Unfortunately, they have both been rendered unconscious and have yet to be roused. They each show vicious marks far beyond that of a duelist's blade. Some type of corrosive element has burned away portions of their flesh.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, we have not yet been able to rouse them. And, as gifted as Mivan is with regards to those of martial prowess, we do not have many who are skillful in the ways of magic. So we have not the capacity to lend them magical aid. Secondly, one second.
Damn it, Rebecca.
Secondly, the Sovereign Stone is of particular importance to House Kilvis, as it is an essential part to a coming-of-age ceremony. It is a part of containing a curse that takes place at the coming-of-age of each firstborn of each generation. If this Sovereign Stone is not found in time, we fear that young Kalis will be lost, as will likely many others in the city.
What is the curse, if we may ask?
We are not at liberty to discuss that at this time, as it is not relevant to this case.
Oh no.
Simply, it is important to understand that the Sovereign Stone is essential in preventing this curse from coming to fruition and forcing the death of young Kalis.
Do we know that House Corvus a thing?
House Corsus.
Corsus.
It is not a
Corsus.
thing. That's just Milan's last name.
Okay. And Milan worked for
Correct. Worked for Kilvis.
Kilvis.
House
Okay.
Kilvis. Where were we?
What was the duelist's name? I know you probably already said it, but
Milan Corsus.
Yes.
Milan Corsus.
Hmm.
Got it. My cat
Unfortunately,
is biting my
those are our leads. We haven't been able to investigate Milan's house directly, as Milan lives in the territory of House. Hang on. Damn, where is it in my notes? I have it right here. God damn, why can't I find it?
Cause notes love that kind of stuff.
For real. Okay. We haven't been able to search we haven't been able to search Milan's house directly to gather more clues, as it is unfortunately in the territory of House Silesia, and they will not let us onto their territory due to an ongoing dispute between our sword lords. They would demand a great payment from us to be able to get onto their turf, whereas you all, as lay people, would be able to get access there far more easily.
Do any of them need a commission?
All right, so
Commission
let's,
of what?
Oh, a portrait.
Unlikely. But I can't say for certain. I do not have that intel.
so Milan's basically hiding out there because he knows that you guys can't get in there.
Possibly. The truth is we do not know where Milan is. From where we have been able to stake out the place, we have not seen Milan at his house. We simply assume that that is one place to search for clues.
And how
Okay.
long was Milan working in your service to the house?
Roughly 12 years.
Oh, jeez.
Had you had anything happen recently? Any sort of disagreements, arguments, situations that happened involving courses?
I wish, as at least that would offer some logic to what has happened. But the truth is, no. Malin has been in good standing with the house, has done very well for himself, and was even one of those that we sent abroad this past year to earn income, and did very well fighting a war down south at Fort Liberthane.
Oh.
Well, that's a very sudden change of behavior.
You don't
It
happen to
is.
have a painting or an image or someone who can cast an illusion spell of what Milan looks like?
Yes, we have a picture of him in our Hall of Champions, as he did a particularly good job a few years back. Ranked very highly on the lists.
Do you
Awesome.
know
Well,
his ranking number right now?
As of right now, no, I do not. The list is not of particular import for my work.
Understandable.
If you would like...
You think there could be clues in House Silesia, and what would be the best way to try to, infiltrate in good graces?
To clarify, I do not expect you to infiltrate House Silesia. You would likely end up executed for such a thing.
Oh, okay.
It is that Malin lives in the territory of House Silesia.
Oh,
Our
okay.
official agents can't go there without the Sword Lord of House Silesia demanding something of House Kilvis, an expense that is too great at this time until things become more urgent.
Oh, okay, and that's
We
where
would
we come in.
Exactly. We would prefer to
Okay.
handle this more efficiently than that.
Would you mind telling us the name of the two duelists who were taken down?
Of course, they are Tanan and Reshvik.
Can I look at them? I'm a healer.
Yes, you can.
I mean,
Although
I don't know what I could say or do in replacement of what you might have already done, but maybe there's something else to the sword that we can figure out.
Absolutely. Anything you can get from them can help the investigation, can help us save young Kalis.
We-
Would we be able to see where the stone was kept? Where it was stolen from, at least?
He thinks for a brief moment and says, "Yes, that can be arranged."
How long ago was this stolen?
3 days.
Yeah, okay.
We expended all of our normal avenues of pursual, and we ultimately decided that it would be best to hire outside agents for this job.
Mm.
If at the very least you can gather information and tell us where the stone is, as you had previously indicated, we can offer you half payment for that. But if you bring back the stone, we can offer you half payment in gold and none of the favor. But if you bring back the stone, you'll get the full gold and the favor. Your expenses are covered either way.
When Milan went to the south to fight the Battle of Everything this past year,
He did.
was he under command of someone currently here at the house?
No, he was not. He was out on his own. But I do believe that House Telek had somebody sent down there too.
Do you have a name?
One second. He starts flipping through some papers, looking. Telek House. Oh, here, this stack. Takes out another stack of paper and starts sifting through them. All right. Last year, Edwin Telek. He is another one of the champions of the Telek House.
Ardwin Telek?
Edwin.
Edwin.
Pretty normal name,
Yeah.
What is this fantasy name you've given me?
His name is Scott Telek.
What?
His name
No.
is John
How bizarre.
Smith. Go find John Smith. God.
Does he have any friends that you know of? Milan?
Just those around the estate here.
I suppose they haven't said anything about it.
They have not. Unfortunately, he has been away for some time. He was just getting back into the groove of things.
May we contact you if we have any further questions?
You can, but I ask that you do it quietly and privately. Part of the reason why I said that you all would get the reward of status and access after the success is that we cannot have you tied to House Kilvis with regards to this investigation at this time. If one of the other houses learns that you are working for us, it will greatly hinder your ability to search and could threaten the investigation.
Right.
Understandable. Do you accept bird tokens?
We do accept feather tokens.
Okay.
I have no more questions. Any of you?
I'm good for now.
So to summarize, first, we can give you access to the site of the theft. Second, you all can have access to the 2 people who are currently in our medical wing recovering. And third, Milan's house, which is in the territory of House Silesia. Those are the places that I would begin if I were you, although I am not, so investigate as you see fit. But please understand that urgency should be... But please understand that time is of the essence.
The longer it's lost, the longer it'll be to get.
Correct.
There is one more. You more than likely have a better handling on the politics of this city than us. We've heard that there is a challenge for the new number 1 slot at this year's tournament. Could you tell us a bit more about the politics around that?
Sits back and thinks for a moment. Rastan Selen has been at the head of the houses in exile for going on a few decades now. He has been old enough to have been ousted long ago, but he seems to have reached a bit of an agreement with House Telic. Not everybody agrees with it, but it's worked so far, and most people can get along with Rastan fairly well. Although he is of one of the houses, he has proven himself to be a very judicious man, somebody that everybody can trust. And so, not many people are eager to take that role from him. And so long as the Sword Lord Telic was there, in the slot number 2, nobody could get to Rastan to oust him. However, something seems to have changed, and it seems that the young Sword Lord believes that it is time for him to take over the mantle of Mayor and for Rastan to retire. If I am wagering a guess, I would say that Rastan and Gaspar will put up a fun fight at the show, and then Rastan will take a knee and pass on the mantle. It has been coming for years now.
And Gaspar is Gaspar Telic, right? I assume number 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the number 2.
Weird that they would want to steal a relic that they would have nothing to do with.
What relation is Edward to Gaspar?
Edwin.
Edwin, apologies.
Edwin, I believe, is, he looks back at his notes, the son of Gaspar.
Direct
The
son.
Prince
Okay.
of Telic, I guess you would call them.
No more questions.
Oh, good.
Has your house ever had conflict with Telic?
We've had minor scrabbles here and there, but nothing to amount to such an operation, no.
The Sovereign Stone's used to push back some sort of curse. Is this
Correct.
curse only on your family?
It is only on
This house,
the
rather.
Kilvis line,
Okay.
yes.
Does the Sovereign Stone have any other known powers outside of stopping said curse?
It may, but it has not been used for that purpose. It is solely used by House Kilvis for the aforementioned purpose of containing the curse, and only for the eldest-born child of each generation.
Is this a well-known fact? Do the other houses or outsiders know about this?
It does not, which is part of why we swore you to secrecy on this affair.
Right.
Would Milon Corsus know that?
Milan has no reason to know that, no.
Okay.
Now, that is not to say that Milan may have made a friend that was able to leak him such information. We do not have the what's the best way to put this? We do not have the support of the administration for containing information within the Kilvis line themselves. So it is possible that information was let slip from a Kilvis themselves.
Right. Do the houses keep extensive family trees?
They do.
Are they available in the library?
Of importance. The
In the-
ancient ones are in the library, yes.
Mhm.
But the more recent ones are all kept within the houses themselves.
Alright.
Did the effect of the Sovereign Stone is what has been hidden, or the possession entirely has that been hidden? Do other houses know that your house had the ring, they just didn't know what it did?
Correct. It is no secret that it was our... Sorry, hang on. Give me 1 second. Gotta look up a bit.
I realized I kept saying no more questions, and I'm like, wait, no, I could definitely narrow this down more.
Yes, it has long been known that House Kilvis is in possession of the stone. After the departure, or if we could call it that, of Coral the Conqueror, it was the son of Drelvin, Kars Kilvis, who won the Sovereign Stone in a duel against Noboruga Rogarvia.
Sorry, what was that?
The Sovereign Stone was the ring of Coral the Conqueror, and it was passed down to his family, the Rogarvians. After Coral's disappearance, it was Kars Kilvis, the son of Drelvin, who won the ring in a duel against Noboruga Rogarvia.
Hmm.
All of the houses are aware of this fact. It is well recorded in history. The use of the ring, however, has been confidential.
Right.
Could you give
Well,
me the
okay.
names one more time? What was the guy that
Sure.
did it?
1 second.
Noboru. No Guru. It was like it was.
It was
the...
Noboruga.
Noboruga.
Yeah, Noboruga.
What was the
Pars.
other guys?
Pars Kilvis.
Pars.
Pars.
Okay.
I
Makes
spelled
sense
it
and stuff.
Karse. Pars.
Boy, this gets worse and worse.
Yeah, this is
Woohoo!
great. I'm so excited.
Don't
There you
mess with it, man. Don't mess with it. You want a curse? That's how you get a curse.
Woo!
I think messing with it's kind of already there, but we'll see.
So, the other houses in this city know about the stone.
About the ring.
Is it safe to
Correct.
say that the noble families in Brevoy also know where the stone is?
Yes, that would be fair to say as well.
Okay, thank you.
Do you suspect there may be a motive there? The Rogarvians have long since gone.
Well, the thing
since
is
they're
that
vanishing.
well, the problem is that at the moment I'm trying to think of why the stone would be taken. Let's say that Milan stole the stone for for Edwin or for something like that, because Edwin wants to use it to blackmail to ensure that his father wins the duel. But you already said earlier that you expect Reston to take the knee, which means that that's probably going to be the common assumption by a lot of the higher ups. So stealing the ring for such a regard would be kind of pointless.
Does Milan
I
know
agree.
about? Does Milan know about the curse secret? I mean, he was here for 12 years.
That's the other thing. If
No,
no
he
one knows about the
shouldn't.
curse, then the curse can't be the reason to steal the stone.
No
Well-
one should know about the curse, but as I
Right.
previously said, the current administration of House Kilvis does not permit us to apply the same measures of secrecy against the Kilvis family themselves. So it is possible that one of them slipped up and told.
Well, who gains from the kid dying?
Exactly. I mean, that's what we have to figure out, right? That generally points to who did it,
There's no reason
who
for
benefits.
there's no reason for us to hide our lines of thought currently because we're all working towards the same thing. So I'll just put out what I think it is. Edwin went with Milan down to that battle. I believe Edwin there convinced Milan to take the ring for their family. For what reason, it's unknown, because Milan should not have known about the curse at the time when they were down at Liberty.
Right.
Now-
These are
But it could be that whatever this ring does, we know it holds off a curse. That means it could have other powers stronger of. And maybe Edwin's father has done research on such a thing and wanted the ring for themselves for whatever reason to take over the number one slot.
I think it's a red herring.
But again,
I-
the number one slot we expect to just be passed off.
But why
Why
not?
would you
Right.
need the ring to gain the number one slot when everybody just assumes that you're going to get it?
There's something definitely afoot. Sorry.
Yes, there is. With regards to who benefits, I don't believe anybody benefits directly from the death of young Kalis, but he thinks for a moment. But it would be fair to say that if the curse is not contained, it would be problematic for House Kilvis at large. Not just the loss of one of our own, but it would
Maybe
spread through the city.
maybe they're
Spread.
tired. Maybe they're tired of the duelist games. Maybe they want to end that and continuously take power. Then
What do you mean it would spread to non-Kilvis people?
What I mean is that the consequences of the curse not being handled would result in all of Mivon learning the nature of the curse. And it could undermine the strength of House Kilvis. I reluctantly use the term embarrassed because that is a bit too cavalier. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a bit too
certainly hurtful.
sterile with regards to the death of one of our own. But it would most definitely be considered by our enemies a major political loss.
I don't want to be brusque, but it does seem that the nature of the curse could possibly be part of the motivation. Are you sure you can't tell us at least the nature of how the curse manifests and why it would be an embarrassment or detrimental to your house?
Unfortunately, I cannot share that information. I am bound by my own limitations.
Oh, who would anyone be? I doubt. I guess.
Could you
I guess we
possibly
have to
get
talk to
permission
you.
to tell us something?
Yeah.
It is unlikely. This
Right,
is one of
okay.
the closest guarded secrets of House Kilvis. We have already shared more than most know.
Okay.
Understandable.
Just the most that I can say is that if this curse manages to manifest, it will not just be the death of young Kalis, but likely the death of many others, and possibly the fall of our house.
Right. Well, that seems like a really good reason to share what it is, doesn't it?
Let's not push it.
Not your problem.
No,
I
it does
understand.
not.
Right.
I
The
have
nature of the
people.
curse is a very closely guarded secret.
I understand.
Yeah, let's just get the job done so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Right.
I do wish to see the two injured duelists.
Of course.
And I want to see the picture of
Milan.
Yeah.
Of course. Give me just a moment.
Right.
He reaches over to the side of his desk, pulls out a drawer, takes out a feather token, whispers something to it. The little token turns into a bird and then flies off. Your escort will be here shortly.
Thank you.
Before we leave, could we get the platinum access to the library as well?
No, he said he was gonna give that to us after.
Cool.
What?
Unfortunately, I cannot. Anything with regards to status must be held until afterwards, lest it be seen that you are officially working for us.
Would there be a way outside of being tied to the house that could potentially get us such access? It could help in the
Not
investigation.
legally.
Not legally.
Not legally. Oh, okay.
When would we
Yeah,
be
do you really
able
want
to
to mess with that
visit?
librarian again?
We'll
Yeah.
talk.
When would we be able to go to the place where the stone was stolen from?
Ideally before you leave the grounds.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Then visit the victims, see the portrait, visit the location of the stone.
Oh, I'm kind of really noticeable. You don't think anyone would? I will have
As
to think
unique
about
as you
that.
are, the River Kingdoms are known for their uniqueness.
So nobody would think. Okay.
Could we have the room for a moment while you wait for the escorts?
Of course. He gestures to you all.
Thank you. Bo would kind of like nod towards the other room where they were alone and get up to leave.
Maddie will follow.
Yep, follow.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Just wanted to side and alone. So, my thoughts are, whatever this curse is, there's more to it. A lot more to it. And the other family has figured out something about it. And the Sovereign Stone. I would assume it could have started from the library. They have platinum access, restricted books, things that are meant to be hidden. Now, why they would have gotten that book or why they would have went on this pathway, that's hard to say. But it could have been Milan maybe mentioning something that there's some sort of ritual, he doesn't know what. And it
All
made
the
him
families
look
have
into it.
access to the platinum level, correct?
Right.
So then Kilvus would know that whatever this weakness was available to all
Well-
the other houses. I feel like that's probably something they've already considered, but
We'd have
we
to
can take
check
it into
his
consideration.
house. Because if he does have any kind of book on that, and if he's allowed to take out that kind of a book, maybe he still has it.
I don't think Milan would have the book. Now, granted, I think we're going to hopefully find whatever we need in Milan's house, and that should be our first
Yeah.
stop. But if this is connected to what were their names again? What is Edwin's house?
Edwin
The
Talic.
The Telex. If this is connected to the Telex, they are going to clean up that house as fast as possible. So after we are done here, it more than likely is already cleaned up. Honestly, if it's 3 days ago. But
There's
we need
always
to make
something
haste.
left. There's always something left behind, magic or otherwise.
Not true.
You
It
don't
could-
know that.
It could be cleaned.
You'd be surprised what clears what a fire will clear out. But that's beside the point. I don't think the curse is worth paying attention to. I don't think the curse is the reason for the stone missing.
What do you think?
My guess is that somebody wanted the stone because they either A, wanted it for its monetary value, or B, someone wants to either sell the stone to a rival or perhaps back to Bravoy. The reason I say that is because it doesn't make sense to use the curse to attack the house. Not if you're interested in power yourself. Think about it. If you destabilize if you allow the curse to affect this house, it'll take, what, 2 generations before the house basically collapses in on itself?
We don't know. We don't know what this curse is going to do. He's being very...
He said it
Mary.
attaches to the oldest of the
I'm
children.
assuming death.
Well, but
Yeah.
he says that...
I wouldn't say that.
He says that whatever
Death
the
is
curse...
easy.
Yeah, whatever the curse happens to the new up-and-coming, then other people will go with it. As a matter of fact, he did say other people will die if the
Yeah,
curse...
so-
But what the curse is, he's being very much more...
The
Upsetting.
the specifics doesn't matter. If it involves a bunch of death, then death is always the only part that matters. If you take out a house that quickly within this type of society, you're gonna cause. You can't guarantee the strength of your own house. There'd be too much destabilization and too much movement in too short of a time span. Any
Maybe-
power you accumulate could just be shifted real easily.
Yeah, but maybe that's what the person who really wanted the ring wants, right? Maybe they
Sure,
want
but
to
then
see
we're
the
talking about
city-
an outside force, because
Yeah,
that's the only way to benefit from it.
yeah. So it's possibly that. Yeah,
Which goes back to possibly from Bravoy.
yeah.
I definitely think that we should have more conversations outside of this place.
Okay.
Eh.
Honestly, I think we just need to get more evidence before we can start jumping to conclusions at this
Right.
point.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we're all just talking of different pathways.
And
so we're not-
look,
We need
fire doesn't get rid of everything.
Gets rid of most things.
Doesn't get rid of what started the fire.
Unless that thing was flammable and burnable.
Nope, there's still magic residue.
Torches don't leave magic residue.
No, but you would know it's a torch.
Not if you can't find the ashes of the torch.
You guys
Yeah,
are having a really
still
funny argument,
possible.
but this is getting circular.
Now, so you don't believe, Maddie, that it has any ties to House Telek?
It doesn't make any sense for it to be House Telek is the source of the problem. Think about it. if you already know you're going to win, why? If you're going to become mayor, that's all the power you could really want. You don't want to destabilize the city doing it. So unless the prince is an idiot.
Edwin being with him is just such a strange connection.
Right, but it is possibly a coincidence because they are from the same area and they're both sons of powerful people that usually get sent off to lead battles. So I think it's entirely possible that it's a coincidence and that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And Maddie is right. If you want to take over, you don't want to take over an unstable system. The easiest time to become leader of something is after a civil war when you've ousted the previous leader.
So maybe Muvon's only using them as a shield anyway.
Milan, I don't think Milan is being played here as well. I don't think he has any... No, there's no reason to think anything because we don't have any information.
Yeah,
Okay.
Milan's the question mark.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Milan is that he worked here for these guys for 12 years and just up and decided to betray them. That's
mean,
a commitment to a deception.
Right,
Yeah.
which is why him going down this past year to Fort Liberthane
Maybe it's a
is
shapeshifter.
an anomaly and the weird thing that we should
Or
investigate.
mind
Well, it would be very helpful if he was a shapeshifter. That is easy to figure out.
But that
Maybe
corrosive...
command?
Well, no, it wouldn't have worked for such a long time. And through
Well, no,
killing two
but
people, or not killing,
It was
but...
so recent, though. I mean, 3 days ago.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, anybody in that span of time could maybe take control of someone if they're powerful enough and make them suddenly do something that they don't want.
I think...
Oh yeah.
I
Sure.
think the corrosive weapon is our best lead to a connection of why Milan did it. That's not something easily gotten. And
Maybe the shapeshifter has acid claws.
well, we
It's also interesting that he took out 2 duelists who
Tried to
I'd
stop
like to
him,
see
yeah.
how strong they were,
Yes.
because if it was extremely unlikely that he would win a fight against 2 other duelists, then something else was helping him, which could help explain other
Well,
stuff. But
They said
again,
that
we
we
don't know anything.
can't. They said that they can't be woken up. That's why I wanted to see if there's anything I could possibly do.
No, absolutely. I think you should. I think you should see if we can figure anything out from them. That's why it's on our list.
Whenever they decide to come, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to just figure more stuff when we get to that house, or whenever we do that.
Sis, I did research on recent Brevoy politics, and you said I'd figured out who was the ruling family. What were they again?
1 second. Let me look it up again. House Sertova.
And House Sertova, have they had problems with outdoors? Are they at...
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. They've kept that.
Brevoy and Mivon hate each other.
Well, yes, for sure. But like, that was a lot of Rogarvia hate and whatnots. Now a new family's on the throne. Have they shown just as much same hostilities?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's still that those people up there are, the occupiers of their homeland.
Sure.
They are occupying Rossland
Well,
calling it Brevoy.
right. Well, the Aldori hate them. The Brevoy people, the new family, do they still share that hate for the Aldori?
Oh, the other way?
The other way.
I mean, probably not to the same degree, but enough. But there's probably still enough tension after 200 years
It's a long time.
of back and forth killing each other.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some hatreds there,
Okay.
even if it's not like the Rogarvians themselves, right?
Right.
There's probably still some built-in hatred after, an Aldori killed this person in our family. We need vengeance.
Okay.
So yeah, things are just universally tense between those two sides.
I think we're ready to go see the people.
Yes,
All right,
it's
and there
McQueen.
is a knock at the door as the door opens up. On the other side of the door, you all see a duelist that two of you recognize.
Vivian?
Scars.
It is in fact Vivian.
Vivian!
Oh, hello, it's you. I didn't expect to see you all here.
Hi.
We're we're here. You know, that's just how we roll.
I
Oh.
see. I was told that you all need to be escorted around the estate.
We do. We wanted to see the two poor duelists.
All right, so is that first? The foot two duelists?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that first.
All right, follow me.
I know
And
it
she
might
will
be.
gesture you all out.
I know it might be kind of a bad time, but I drew you when you were fighting the other day.
Oh, did you? I would like
I
to see
had-
that.
Yeah, holds up the sketch.
She takes a moment to appreciate it and smiles. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you.
You can keep it if
She
you
looks-
like.
I will not turn that down. Yes. Do I just tear it out of this?
I'll tear it out for you.
Okay.
Just basically use my claw as a little paper cutter.
Nice. While you all are
Sure.
while you all are walking along, she strikes up some conversation with you all. So, are you all the ones that are tapped to look into young Kalis?
Mm-hmm.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Could you actually tell us what you know? That's good. That would be very helpful.
I am aware that something was stolen that is important to my younger brother's coming of age.
Your younger
Oh.
brother?
Oh.
Well, adopted. I was adopted into House Kilvis at a young
Ah.
age.
Hmm.
Kalis, we grew up together. Well, I was always older, but, you know.
Wow.
Sus, when Hark was talking, did he say that the curse was first sons?
No, the
Well,
firstborn of
firstborn.
each generation.
Firstborn. Alright, well, adoption covers why she wouldn't know.
Yes. But, yes, I'm aware of most of it. Obviously, don't speak on anything that you can't. We all know that Mr. Mattis does what he does very well. But yes, I am aware of the goings-on and how important what you all are doing is.
How well did you know Malone?
Somewhat. We dueled a few times. We traded blows. To be honest, he was older than me. We didn't really fight in the same classes, and he was never old enough to be a teacher, so I didn't know him in that respect either. So he was somebody that I saw around, but never directly dealt with.
Was he really, really good at what he did?
He was solid. He was solid.
What was his
Solid,
weapon of
yeah.
choice?
Oh, an outdoor dueling sword, of course.
Of course.
Oh, the rapier.
As it is for most of us.
Well,
The
it's not a
rapier
rapier.
kind of thing. Oh no.
No,
Okay,
a devil
sorry.
doing sword is it's a whole thing.
Does he do any magic?
No. In fact, there's very few of us who do. It's
Oh.
unfortunate. I feel like you could really get an upper hand on some people with the magic.
It's very handy. Being a
It- it-
wizard is awesome.
My magic comes from somewhere else, but it does come in very handy.
How does
What kind of magic is it?
Divine.
Oh, I see. So you're one of those people that can do healing magic and all that?
Yes,
Maybe you'll be able to help out Dar too.
I hope so.
was Malone acting strange at all? Anytime, I'd say in the past year. I know that's a very wide stance, but you knew him for a long while. Did he act out of the ordinary at all?
Not that I ever heard, but like I said, it was a passing thing. You know, I would see him periodically. I would see him at the fights and at practice, but we never really talked or dealt with one another.
Was there anyone here at the house that was very close with Malone?
Yes, unfortunately there is, and he's one of the people that we're going to go see.
Really?
Okay.
Reshvik. They were inseparable.
Well, something separated them.
Was this
True.
perchance a very good friendship, or maybe even romantical between the two?
As far as I know, just friends, but, you know, walls
knows?
try to keep secrets.
Of course.
A lot of people seem to like to do that.
Yeah, well, how's the kid taking things?
Kalis is as yet unaware.
Oh, okay.
We felt that it wasn't worth, just terrifying him. He has enough things on his mind. He is going to be coming of age soon, and he is looking forward to entering the tournament for the first time as soon as he is 18.
Hmm.
It's fortuitous that he's going to be coming of age just in time.
That ought to be fun for him.
Yes, it will. He's been looking forward to it since he was 6.
Well, I hope it continues to be something he gets to look forward to.
Same. And with that, you all eventually reach the medical ward of House Kilvis. The place is mostly a bunch of beds with, you know, a little medical station and whatnot. It seems like this place isn't decked out for, like, full all-on surgery and triage and stuff, but rather, oh, this person got stabbed in a duel, let's patch them up real quick.
Ow.
Unfortunately, there are 2 beds at the back that are more densely populated with, you know, medical supplies and whatnot. It looks like there is an ongoing situation there, and as you get closer, you in fact see that both beds are occupied by who you presume, at first glance, to be the 2 victims.
Oh. They don't look so great.
Are their wounds covered?
Yes, they are underneath of beds at the moment. You can, however, make out some wounds going across, you know, their shoulders, necks, and heads. They are not blade wounds. They look like acidic burns at just top-level glance.
Oh. Yeah. Will they let me take a deeper look?
Sure will. There's actually nobody else here but you all.
Okay.
Cora,
Well,
do you know anything? Is this poison? Or anything that you may have
Let me
seen?
check around.
it's
we-
acidic.
We did see acid burns when we fought the River Drake. Do these look similar, or do they look more like... Do they look like they were caused by like a natural source, or like by something more intentional, if that makes sense?
Roll me a secret medicine check to try to determine that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to.
All right. A
You do it.
secret medicine check.
This
I'm
one's
gonna
just for
do it.
Asa, because that's Asa's question.
I bet I rolled super high, huh?
I bet I did.
You bet
All
I
right,
did.
you take a moment to assess the look of the wounds, and it does appear to be natural acid. Some type of creature with naturalistic acid must have made these marks.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a lot of
Okay.
questions.
Sorry, not
So-
must, most likely.
Most likely. Okay. Core is going to examine the wounds. I believe she wants to figure out what kind of acid it could contain. Also look for any kind of, why would the wounds or the acid themselves make them unconscious like this for a long period.
Sure, go ahead and make me a secret medicine.
Okay.
I would like to cast Detect Magic as well.
Please tell me that was secret.
It was.
That was secret.
Okay, good.
And yeah, go ahead and cast Detect Magic. Asa, with your Detect Magic, at the burn marks, you can see residual magic just latched there in the wounds. The whole thing. So, where you see the scarring and all that, you see magic glowing on their body. Core, you very quickly come to the same determination. While you're looking over these wounds, this doesn't look like natural acid to you. In fact, you can see that it's still burning. You take some time, you're really closely watching this stuff, you're testing around with it, you're prodding it, and it seems that as the wounds are healing, it's also burning away.
These are really unnatural. The acid is still as active as if it were applied right now. It's just burning them. They can't heal.
So are they like sword slashes or like claw marks?
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that they were. It was applied, so it was a weapon. Could I gauge that from?
Based on your roll, you would determine that no, these weren't applied by weapons, or at least if they were, they would have to be whip-like bludgeoning weapons, because the marks are fairly concave, like a club smashed into something, but it moves with the curvature of the person's body.
So something like that, or like that's a pretty signature weapon if that's something being used. But
you think it's unlikely that it was a weapon?
Yeah, I think it's unlikely. Okay.
Shapeshifter.
I don't think it was a weapon. I definitely think it was something either summoned or used as a spell to guard against attackers.
We need to get to his house after this.
Can I determine what kind of magic it is?
What kind of... Go ahead and make me an Arcana check to try to analyze it.
Alrighty.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
Alright. To the best of your knowledge, this appears to be occult magic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can I roll an occult check to see if I can figure it out that way? Like if I can be more specific?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an occult check.
Could I make a religion check?
For
what kind of... Like, would this be ritualistic in any kind of religion?
Sure, go ahead and make me a religion check.
Evil or otherwise, that kind of thing.
Asa, taking your time to look over this, and nothing's coming to your mind. Core, you as well. You're taking time to think about this in terms of religious rituals. Nothing comes to mind for you.
Well, okay. Is it something I can actually heal? Or
go ahead and give me a... or rather, how do you want to figure it out? How are you trying to do that?
Well, I mean, there's obviously medicine. And I know it has been magically done, but there could be, a set way of healing someone magically or otherwise that probably could actually patch them up and cause them to become awake again. I'm probably going to go the medicine route in that terms, like maybe some herbal.
Sure, make a medicine check, secret.
Okay.
I will say that for the magical side, you would have to investigate it magically.
Yeah.
In terms of medicine, you have a feeling that you would need to figure out what type of acid this is. Or rather, you would need to get more information about what this is. If you could find that information, you could find the proper way to treat it medically.
If I can find out what the acid is, I can actually treat this. But I'm not really sure where it comes from. We would have to figure out, probably investigate, maybe from Milan, what was used.
Could I take a sample of blood?
Sure. How do you want to take a sample of blood? Are you just like stabbing him in the finger and?
Yeah. Just stabbing the shit out of him. Just right in the gut.
All right. They start making recovery saves again.
Maybe I should collect it for you.
I've collected samples before.
I know, but they're delicate.
if they're covered in wounds, right? And they're open?
Yeah,
Or
they're
they're
constantly
bandaged?
burning. Like,
Right.
they're just burning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would just like to take a little bit of that blood and put it into like a vial, like right
So
from
you're gonna
where
pick up the burning acid because it's burning acid in the wound at the
Yeah.
moment.
It's like cauterizing and like
well, I
then
want to
just
collect it
dissolving
somehow.
again.
Surely I have magical flasks that can collect acid. Surely.
You have
I'm just
chemicals,
checking
don't you?
because, like, blood isn't clearly exposed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like this. It's gross, is what it is.
It's almost as if a rope covered in burning acid was tied around these things, tight enough to indent into their flesh.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
now there's like an indentation in their flesh in the shape of like of a cylinder, a rope, a club, or something like that that moves with their body, and that indentation is constantly burning with acid.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's
It's
horrible.
Yeah, it's awful, and I'm not sure if they're even out enough to continuously feel the pain, which is awful to think about.
Right. So I would have to like flay a piece of skin in order to like get a sample of this magical crap.
Yeah.
I guess my goal is I would like to take a sample of something that is this magic so that I can further try to identify it or go do research on it. But if that's not possible without like injuring them, then it's fine.
You can gather up some of the. You can try to gather up some of the acid. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you have a vial. You
Mhm.
have like a little tiny stick. You go ahead and you gather up a little bit of it on the end of the stick. The stick starts to burn.
Mm-hmm.
So you quickly, get it in the vial and close it up. It looks like the acid isn't burning glass, though.
Okay.
Well, Vivian, I know I can heal these people, but we have to figure out where the acid comes from.
Isn't the acid magical, or does it have a natural source?
Oh, it's magical, but if we can figure out where it has come from, I can figure out the necessary requirements with my medicine in order to get them to rouse. The problem is it's already hard to identify, and Asa just took a sample.
Alright, Sus.
Yep.
I'm going to roll a secret lore skill. If I get anything from it, just PM me it.
Okay.
Why don't we just take a party cup of the elixir of life, anti-plague, and antidote and put it down their bowels?
Yeah.
You
We
know?
should do that.
Maybe like when you go to
No.
the gas station, you just get your cup with every single soda. Just do that.
Absolutely.
But with
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
medicines.
we used to call that a suicide when I was little.
Yeah,
No.
we make a
Yeah.
suicide of medicine.
Bo,
And we just pour it down their gullet.
that's a terrible idea.
No, Bo did not say this.
Oh, okay.
Bo's voice.
Sorry.
Bo's not like, yes, pour all medicine down their
about-
throat.
We give them a lot of drugs. Like, so many.
We have
Maddie
tons of
will,
drugs.
Maddie will go over and look at the bodies real quick to see if she can determine anything. I want to use a nature skill to determine if maybe the acid possibly comes from some sort of nature source,
I
even if
already
it is
told
magical.
You it didn't, but
It
Just
magical beasts you could still fall under the nature check.
all right.
true.
Well, I won't say not go for it.
1 second.
Too late.
Oops.
Too late.
I clicked.
All right. Looking over it in natural terms, you can fairly easily determine that this is unnatural.
Cool.
Almost like it's very
It's
clear
made.
to you that there's nothing in this natural world that you're aware of that fits this.
Okay.
Cool. No weird magical beast that I know of. Got it.
Yes, none that you're aware of.
100% a product or something.
So, honestly, our best bet is we find out what we can at Milan's home, if it's still there. We might be able to I mean, if we find anything there, I could rouse these two, and we will be able to ask them some questions. And see if we could get anything else, especially since this one was his friend.
Right. Okay. So, portrait of Milan next. We need to know what he looks like.
All right, come with me.
Hold on 1 minute.
Oh.
Do you have the weapons for, which one was the guy who was, friends with him?
They were Alderi
That'd be
swords.
Reshman, right here.
Freshman, do you have a sword? The one he was using in the fight?
That's a good question.
Unfortunately, we do not.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
They
that's
didn't have the
disarmed.
weapons.
Oh, their own weapons, not Milan's.
When they were found, they did not have the weapons.
They did not.
Oh. Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
Our closest guess is that they were attempting to talk this man down. They were trying to talk Milan down.
Oh.
They were friends, after all.
Alright, well,
Is it normal for your duelists to not have their weapons on them?
At home? Yes.
All right. Is
It is a city.
is Vivian wearing a weapon right now?
She is not.
alright,
okay.
bring me the
This is
clothes they were
home.
wearing.
Hmm.
Can I see the clothes they were wearing?
Yeah. She goes over to a hamper and, drags it over.
Alright, I'm gonna pick it up, start examining it, and use read psychic resonance. See what kind of emotions they were feeling at the time.
Excruciating pain. Excruciating.
Oh,
It
no.
backlashes into you. As I remember, is a thing.
Yeah. Take
Like
1
a
point
curse.
Take
damage.
one
Or-
psychic damage, or one
Ooh.
mental damage,
Oh, snap.
as you feel just a sudden backlash of searing, burning pain striking out at you.
Alright. Fair enough.
Kara! Are you
Nope,
okay?
nope, it's fine. I just got migraines all of a sudden. It's fine.
I will say that part of the feeling was that you felt like you were being restrained by something. It didn't feel like a weapon had hit you and caused excruciating pain. It felt like you were wrapped up in something that was dealing you excruciating pain.
Just wait, it's like inside ropes or something.
Ew.
It is digestive acid.
Yeah.
Shit, we can't really. I mean, I guess can we ask? I'm trying to figure out what we can talk with them about, but we never really knew how they knew it was Milan.
I think it's just, I'm
I-
guessing there are other people who were there that were witnesses as well.
Alright.
We don't
Well,
know.
my shapeshifter theory is becoming really good right now, guys.
Yeah, that's why I want to ask, because they have to have something about why they think Milan did it, but I don't know if we
Well, I
can ask
presume
her.
Milan is missing.
Right
They're missing now.
now, but if that's the reason, then that doesn't mean Milan did it. That just means Milan's
Correct,
gone.
correct.
So
Correct.
I
I
want
would
to
say
know what
that
the reason is.
retroactively, we could
Yeah.
say that you all asked about that.
Please.
And he would say that Milan was seen heading in the direction of the vault.
Okay.
And was seen leaving the estate that night, not long before the two were found with their wounds and all of that. And Milan hasn't been seen since.
Could we have asked?
So while it's not 100%, it's kind of like it's lining up pretty
Yeah.
clearly.
Could we have
It
asked?
looks like a duck and talks like a duck and walks into a vault like a duck.
It's a
then-
shapeshifter.
Yeah,
It's a
shapeshifter.
zebra,
It's a mimic.
is what
Yeah.
it is.
Could we have
It's
asked
a-
if
it's
he
a
was
zebra.
seen with weapons that night? Because nobody walks around with weapons in here. We've established that.
Well, it's not
No.
that nobody does.
Well, no,
that
yeah,
a
but
lot
it's
of-
very weird for people that aren't
Well-
guards to walk around with weapons, especially at night. I
Well,
would say.
correct.
Here,
It was-
well, here's the one thing. We know that not very many people in Mivan are magical. I'm kind of on the assumption that Milan is not magical, but the wounds that were inflicted are.
Yes.
So yeah.
I would agree with that. So
So-
it's probably a shapeshifter, or he got a object or artifact or something to use Yeah.
What?
There-
What if?
We
What if
just
like?
we just don't know enough yet.
Well, hold on. So,
Guards who saw him did not see him with a weapon.
Yeah.
Milan.
so there's something very strange going on. Like,
Yeah,
probably.
there's something weird.
All right. That's all I need. Let's go check out the vault.
Okay.
Well, we're going to see an image of Milan, but did they say we can go see the vault? Because that would also be helpful.
Yes, they said
Yeah.
it can be arranged.
Okay.
Okay. Vivian will lead you all away from the medical wing and to the front and center part of the estate, to sort of the entry hall from if you had gone straight through the training grounds as you entered. And the main hall is filled with statues and paintings and whatnot. There's some glass cases with different trophies on display. You know, it's the entry hall of a sports team, basically, with all of their cool stuff being shown off.
There's a
Vivian
flag.
leads you over to one of the displays where you can see that there is a a portrait of Milan. You see that they are a fairly handsome-looking half-elf. The slight sharpness of the ear gives away the half-elf heritage. Darker hair, friendly-looking face. They look like a sort of jovial, fun person that you'd like to hang out with, just at first glance. They don't have they don't have like a serious or dark looking expression to them. They don't look like somebody who's like, I'm gonna kill you if you fucking mess with me. You know, they have a welcoming type of look to them.
Average build?
Probably more on the,
Leaner,
fit side, but yeah.
bulkier?
Bit fit.
Not bulky, but yeah, strong.
Strong.
You can see the musculature in the arms, but it's not like, Schwarzenegger bulk.
Right.
Yeah.
Clearly a duelist. That's
Well,
him.
That was him.
Can we see the vault?
Yes. This way. And she leads you back over to the West Wing, back to where you all sat down and spoke with your friend, Mr. Mattis. But this time you go past there, and Vivian leads you down a few other hallways, and through a series of warded areas. She deactivates wards using her hand. At other ones, she leads you through sort of like a labyrinthine maze where things are made out of mirrors and whatnot. Basically, there's a bunch of elaborate traps that you would expect to see in a dungeon, but now it's currently in this house, all to protect their vault.
who builds these things?
People who want to protect their precious goods.
I mean, yeah, but jeez.
The wards tripped that night.
They were not.
They weren't. Well, I do know I can cast wards myself, but
Do most of the members of the house know how to get past the wards, or is it only a particular set of people?
The higher achieving ones do, yes. Those of gold rank are high.
Is Milan of gold rank?
Milan was of gold rank, as were Reshvik and who's the other one?
And that.
Reshvik
Callum.
and
Tenon?
Tenon.
Tanan.
Makes sense.
All right, and she leads you through until eventually you come to a large, fuck off stone door.
Hold on, I
The-
do have a question. One, when Vivian deactivated the wards, did they go back up after we walked out, or after we walked by?
They did not. She had to reactivate when you got to the other side.
Okay. Did the wards? I guess I would have to ask her, because she said that the wards didn't go off, but were they active when they came down? When people came down to see Tenon
see
and
the-
Reshvik.
The vault, yeah.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
So someone got past them without tripping them.
or
someone had deactivated and reactivated them.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. What do these wards do specifically when tripped?
Well, it depends on the ward in particular, but most of them attempt to dissuade somebody from proceeding further, either violently or suggestively.
Are they all mental
Oh.
effects, or are there anything like fire, blast, thunder, lightning?
Oh, absolutely.
There are.
Oh, yes.
Which ones?
Uh,
Could you point that out?
She'll start going through some areas and they'll be like, yeah, then here's where there are saw blades that come out of the walls. Here's where the spike traps can be procced. Here's where the sleep darts can launch out of the wall. You know, stuff like that.
Are any of them
So,
dispel
yeah.
magic?
No.
That's why you gotta have a wizard on staff. God damn it! I'm gonna
Are-
apply for a job.
Not enough wizards in
Are-
the town.
yeah,
Not enough wizards.
Are they like they mentioned like a lot of physical traps? Are there anything
Yes.
like, fire or lightning or magical sigils that activate?
Magical stuff, no. Most of this stuff is physical in nature.
So on these traps to do damage and whatnot, there's no markings on the walls around them that there was any effect, or like that they've went off. Like, I mean, darts, sure, they aren't going to, stick into the wall, but maybe chip the wall, or anything like that. Like, did they leave any
Sure,
sort
you
of
take
thing?
a moment
that they
to
went
look
off?
around, but no, you don't see any signs that the traps were tripped.
Right.
So whoever was going in here had the knowledge of how to get through here.
Yeah,
Which,
Or-
according to Vivian, would mean a gold rank or higher duelist.
And Milan was a gold ranked?
yes.
He was.
Okay. So what's to stop a gold rank from actually getting through the vault?
Nothing. We know that.
Nothing.
They
They're
did
they're
it.
allowed to get to the vault.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
if you're
okay,
gold rank, you're considered one of their top tier. You're trusted. You're in the closed circle.
Alright.
You know,
So,
in the mafia
somehow-
family, you're in the inner
About to
circle.
go out to platinum, I bet.
So somehow Milan does magic acid things, but he
Does the
also
shapeshifter.
happened. Then he obviously knew how to put the wards down and back up again. That's good. Great.
Do we know for sure that Milan was alone?
Tenon and Resvik were there.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Milan was alone.
Well, no, I'm
For
People
certain,
saw
no.
them going in and out, right?
We only the guards only reported seeing Milan going in by himself and leaving by himself. But as I understand it, with magic there are many ways for people to hide in plain sight. So we cannot say with any certainty, only that there was only one person seen.
Where were Tenon and Resvik found after they were injured?
Just this way. She leads you past the big stone door, and you all find yourself in sort of like a large antechamber. There are a number of other vault doors to this one, as well as a number of little display cases set up to show off different treasures. There are weapons, there's all sorts of stuff hanging all over the place. And directly opposite you as you enter, you see a huge portrait on the wall. That seems to be the portrait of Drelvin Kilvis, as you recognize it. And yeah, there is a display case nearby where the glass has been shattered and it lays scattered around the ground. There is inside of it a sort of formation, like the stone was carved in such a way that you could rest a ring and it would be presented nicely. There's glass scattered all around the place, and you can see that there are two spots on the ground where, what's it called? They have put a little chalk outline for where they were found.
That's hilarious.
It's police tape.
There is I think there's a downtime or exploration activity where I can detect magic constantly. And that's what I've been doing ever since Vivian started taking us down to the vault. I've been constantly casting detect magic just to see if anything pings.
Okay, so far all the traps and everything that you went through seem to have been physical in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nothing has come up magically. In this room,
Yeah.
however, a lot of the items are magical. as
Okay.
you would expect. The glass on each of the display cases is also magical.
Okay.
So whatever broke through this had to have broken through magical glass, either reinforced or in some other way enchanted. Assuming that it, like the others, was enchanted.
Mm-hmm.
People saw Milan going into the vault, correct?
Heading down this direction, yes.
Did people see Tanan and Reshvik heading this direction?
Yes, they did.
Did they see them heading this direction after Milan had been seen going this way? Or was this minutes after? Seconds?
It is my understanding that Milan went through, and then a few minutes later, Reshvik and Tanan were seen heading this direction. When Milan came out and departed, Reshvik and Tanan were not seen, and so eventually somebody looked into it and found them here unconscious, roughly 10 minutes later.
Milan has a place outside that we know of. Now, he was here at night. Do people that work for the house have lodgings here that they sometimes stay at?
Yes, there are bunks.
There are bunks.
And for our gold tiers, they obviously have their own rooms, but they are generally more sparsely done. Those who reach gold tier and higher tend to have the riches to afford their own homes, and they tend to enjoy the independence that comes from a successful career.
And Milan had a room here because he was gold rank.
Yes, as a sort of satellite office, I guess you could say.
We would like
That's
to see
not the
that
word they would
after...
use at that time, but yeah.
Right, yeah. We would like to see that after this as well.
Of course.
Alright, gonna pick up a piece of the broken glass and use read second act residence on it.
First, roll me a secret perception check.
I'm gonna spend a hero point and get advantage on this.
Sure thing.
Smart.
I got 3 hero points I
Ooh.
need to burn through.
Burn
before
'em.
it
I
ends.
love that. What a good idea.
Yes.
That's the first one. That's the second one.
All right, you take a moment and you're looking through the glass here, the shattered glass, and something catches your eye. It's very faint, but you do notice that there is some slight residue on the edge of this glass. Like the glass had managed to cut through whatever broke it. Go ahead and roll me a secret skill check, the same one that you did before.
Alright.
So,
I'm
perception?
gonna use another hero point.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
This is very important.
I mean, we're only 20 minutes away, so. So much for using hero points in this game.
Kara, you do in fact recognize this substance.
Nice.
Do you want it publicly, or do you want it secret?
PM it to me.
Okay.
Aw. But it could save some people. I don't know.
we
We'll
know
figure
that
that out
feeling.
later.
I don't like being on this side of it.
Yeah, how's it feel?
Yeah, how's it feel?
All this time, Cisco's quiet. He's just talking to Steve.
Yeah.
I want to have secrets. I've never had any before. I want to know what it feels like. I miss
This is
it.
what I'm doing to people? That's awful.
I'm
Well,
Only
sure
I
we'll
should
get
be
the-
allowed to do it.
Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Look, Asa, you got basically a pseudo-adopted child. You can keep plenty of secrets, all you want, and then make the child disappointed in you later.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm not
know.
disappointment enough, it's fine.
I'm so excited.
it's very true, Rebecca. I don't think that Tanan and Reshvik were a part of it,
No,
but there's a chance.
I don't think they were either.
I don't think they are. I think what happened is the reason they came down here was they found something in his room. Maybe he's missing, but why would they instantly go to the vault is the question. So I think there must be some lead. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there's
strange to go
something.
to the vault at night, and those two went there. So
Oh,
why?
they went there because it's like they probably saw him walking there.
Well, I mean, but if that's no,
yeah.
they said minutes later,
Yeah, well, I'm like, we're not gonna find that out until we can revive him.
right? And
So,
well, I'm hoping that we find whatever they saw that made them chase after him to the vault. And
Yeah.
why by themselves? Well, they by themselves because he's their friend.
yeah.
But
Mostly.
Yeah, and
Tanan.
Reshvik was very close to him, so
Yeah.
he was
Reshvik,
like, "Well,
yeah.
if anybody's gonna succeed at asking what's
Okay.
going on, then it's gonna be me."
It's
So
the gay lover! I want to believe they were lovers, but anyway.
Love. There needs to be more love in the world.
that's what I believe. So
I
No,
just think
that's
there
a
needs
very
to
good
be more
question.
gay in this stream.
I-
Give me the gay!
I'm, we just gotta remind Sess, hey, these people are gay. He'll be
hey,
like, all right.
just so you know, bud,
Hey, sis, they're gay.
We just decided.
I don't.
They got a
Uh-huh.
rainbow cape, we know it.
I mean, is it just a shapeshifter? Why would
don't know,
Why
I
would
mean-
nobody have noticed? Like we've,
Oh, the shapeshifter.
well, no, but
And
like,
they have
shape-
The whole point if they
but
noticed.
They don't-
shapeshifters look like people. I've continued to ask everyone, like, did they act at all different? And
Well,
nobody.
doppelgangers can read minds too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they could read minds, detect thoughts, any of that, and figure stuff
Yeah.
out. They could cast compel or something, or compulsion, or command, whatever, to
Oh,
make
yeah.
them
They're
tell
just-
everything.
So like,
Maybe
for
they're
how
just
long?
really high to set. Maybe that's why these two were onto them because they knew him so well.
Could be.
And there's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
wait.
possible.
Yeah.
Very possible.
Also, I think, and also, what's really, really hurting them is that I know it's a bit rich coming from the wizard, but they don't have any kind of magical anything happening. Like, they don't
Yeah.
have detect magic or dispel magic. Like, if I had a
yeah,
vault,
most of
I would have
Yvonne.
dispel magic on it, so that anybody who walks through, if they're a shapeshifter, is like bloop, and it's like, no, that's a fucking shapeshifter right there.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
like,
like
that
we
seems
even
basic.
we heard it from our butler friend. It was like most of Mivon doesn't have magic users.
It would be
around.
easier for a high level magic user to infiltrate and do whatever they wanted, because they don't have as much experience or know-how with it.
I mean, hell, like most of their society is basically warrior based. They don't. They even have a
It
hard
is.
time keeping people just like janitors. So it's
That's why we
like-
can't get mercenary work, because they're
Yeah.
all fighters.
Yeah.
We know that
So-
Kilvis hasn't been able to look at his house. I think we're finding Milan's body there.
Yeah, I'm worried
And-
about that.
The question
And why
is how
wouldn't
we
they have
find
gotten rid of it by now?
Well, I mean, that's a good
Why
question.
bother?
Why bother? I mean, it could be like, I mean, the more we get into, the more I think Joe's right in that it is a red herring with the Telic house, and this is something completely else. That, you know, they're just trying to get the ring
figure-
and get out.
You know, if we don't find a dead end at the house, there might be something else that could happen near that house that could lead us somewhere else. It's just like that's the only real lead that we have.
The house
right
is
now.
definitely going to be something because
Yeah.
nobody's been there. At least
Yeah.
nobody that we talked to yet. We know.
And
Yeah,
that.
I think-
somebody and like
and
I
there's-
think somebody would have said something about a fire beforehand
No,
about a
why?
house. It's like they can't go in there, but it's not like they can't have eyes on it. It's like obviously they do, but they just can't go in there because of political crap.
I mean, the only thing, yeah, I don't think that. I definitely think that we'll find something at the house.
Yeah,
Whether or not it's going to be super helpul, we'll see.
another thing entirely. Yeah.
If it's a body, I wouldn't be surprised, because whatever got these boys, they have like rope-like indentations, and it was an unnatural acid that's hurting them,
Yeah.
that continues to hurt them.
Yeah.
So that to
Like,
me
that's
says wizard, or
And-
somebody who uses magic.
God
Yeah,
damn,
you think it, like, your character thinks it was occult at
Yeah.
best. So, that could delve into some dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly necromancy and other
Well,
even
cult's mostly
nature.
controlling magic, so
Yeah,
that
or
would make
even,
sense
like,
as to getting
No, that's primal. Never mind.
not Milvon,
Milan.
Milan. Milan. Two different
Milan,
things,
Milan.
both cities. Milan, getting Milan to do whatever they needed him to.
Yeah. They
If
could've
it's
threatened him,
occult
too.
magic, then that's primed for that. And also, if they were able to control Milan somehow, then they
Yeah.
wouldn't need a shapeshifter because
Yeah,
they
they
could just
wouldn't.
control Milan.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. I think somebody controlled him,
What?
or threatened him to where he had to take part in a plan like
So,
this.
Steve,
I already know what we're gonna find at the house.
Thanks,
Bomb.
Joe.
I mean, we already said it was a corpse, but
What's that acid, Steve?
All right. She puts down the sling of glass and just stares at the slime for a minute. And she comes over. She snaps over. Hey, Core, come over here.
Okay. What is it?
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to help me with the two unconscious people back there. I think I know how to revive them,
Ooh.
Of course.
or at least keep them from dying more.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know what the kind of thing that did it.
Okay.
I think I know the chemical combination. It's a long shot, but we'll see how my memory goes.
You just let me know, and I'll be able to help them get up.
All right. Core and I are gonna head back to the two guys. What the hell were their names?
Reshik?
Rostrovic
Reshvik
and...
and
And
Tanan.
Tanan.
All right, I have an
Tanan.
idea that we may be able to get them up.
I would like if what's her name could lead us to
Vivian.
right. If Vivian could lead me or anyone else who wants to come to Milan's room. That way we could save on time while they potentially bring them back.
Mhm.
All right,
Look,
don't
Core
miss
just
any
has
vital
a-
clues.
After
just
we
has a
visit
cool
the medical
crush on
ward,
Vivian.
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's
fair.
go visit the medical ward first.
Apologies, but I am here as a chaperone.
That's okay.
All right, and
Alright.
with that, you all head back through the traps the other direction, and you get back to the medical wing.
Okay.
I'm going to do my best to assist Core in dealing with this acid.
Okay.
All right, with Kara's help, Kara is giving you some very specific and insightful clues to help you in trying to create a cure for this stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check to try to build something that will
All right.
cure these people.
Is public okay? Is public okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Use
Okay.
it. Oh well, if it's public, it doesn't matter. You can use it afterwards.
No. I'm gonna re-roll that
Yeah.
with a hero point. There we go.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
Flash of genius.
With a 27, you all watch as Kara is just watching over as Cora starts mixing a combination of stuff that will deal with the acid, and Kara's periodically going, no, not that stuff. Use this stuff instead. No, nope. Hang on, switch these. Okay, yeah, and then do this, and then they work through it, and after a bit, you end up with a small dish of salve. You have a little brush that you can use to spread it on the wound, and you know that it will get rid of the acid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that
You apply
for
it,
both of them.
and you can see that as that substance that you built is applied, the acidic burning seems to stop almost instantly. You apply it all across the people's bodies where they are wounded, and their condition finally stabilizes.
Okay, that worked. But they
They're
might
gonna
need.
they're gonna be all right.
Yes.
Vivian says, very excited.
Yes, but they might still actually need sleep in order to fully recover. But they'll be able to actually heal now. They're stabilized.
Vivian just seems a little bit shocked. Very happy, but thoroughly shocked. Wasn't expecting this to happen.
Hee.
Yeah, she's a really good doctor. Or they're a really good doctor.
I guess they won't be seeing Pharasma soon then.
I hope not.
God's bless. Thank you. Thank you. Vivian is just over the moon happy. Very happy about this.
Of course. I wouldn't leave anyone behind like that. But, I don't know exactly when they'll wake up, but they will. Maybe, if they do wake up, make sure to give them lots of water and also food if they can stomach it. Probably broth would be best.
Reshvik starts coughing.
I wasn't expecting it that quick.
The Tanan is still seemingly unconscious, but Reshvik seems to be coughing, and to Joe's question, I think about 9-10 days now.
Ooh. Okay.
Wait, we've been in the city that long?
Yeah, you had a whole week of downtime at least,
Oh,
plus
yeah.
all the stuff that you've done since then, and just before. So yeah, you've been in town for a little while now.
I thought the downtime was,
Yeah, that
Sovereign
was
Hill.
back in Sovereign Hill.
There was downtime back in Sovereign Hill, but then we did like, what was it, like 5 days where
The
a bunch of people were
library.
researching and stuff like that?
Yeah.
We skipped
Oh.
by, we did some
Did
earned
we?
income.
I
Gotcha.
missed that. I don't know.
Did we?
Core,
I thought so.
I didn't
I
think it
we
was
did,
a
I think,
week.
honestly, I think we did 1 day of downtime where we did some research
Yeah.
and stuff.
We
Yeah,
did
that-
one
but,
day of research.
Yeah, it's not like we
But I
leveled
think we've
up
been
or
going
anything.
day by day since we got here, and I think we've been like here like maybe 3 days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
3
we were on
days.
the boat for
I believe it's
about
been 3 days.
3 very specific days.
yeah.
Yeah, because the first day we went like immediately to the library
Yeah.
where Maddie and Asa researched the Cosmic Caravan and the Blight Heart. We found out about the tournament. We got our rooms at the Broken Knee,
Yeah.
and then we
Yep.
paid for a week in advance.
Yeah,
Right,
and we were on
yeah,
the
yeah,
bo-
so
yeah,
3
and
days.
we
And
were
then
on
the
the
next day we
boat.
Yep.
learned about the tournament, and then today's the 3rd day.
What are you
Yep,
trying to
3
get
days.
at, Joe? Says I'd
I'm
like to
just
roll
saying.
initiative.
I'm just saying, Kara disappeared for quite a while 3 days ago once we got into town. And she knows all about this poison.
That'd be hilarious.
Core goes to the man's side and tells him to not get up so suddenly and don't worry.
It's a dragon!
Calm down, please.
Where'd he go? Where'd he...
I think you're talking about Milan, aren't you?
Yes, where did he go?
We don't know, but please stay calm. You've been hurt very badly.
What did you see that night?
It wasn't him.
Called it.
What was it?
It wasn't... 8, no. It looked like him, but... You can see that he is struggling to speak.
Mhm.
This guy had his throat wrapped around by this stuff, so
Please.
his neck is pretty heavily burnt by this.
I think your message has been received.
6 arms.
6 arms?
6 arms.
4 black
4 black.
tendrils.
4 black
A
tendrils.
spider person?
Yes.
A spider person?
2 human, 4 tendrils.
2 human.
What are that? Like, can I? Can
He
I
said
roll?
2 human and 4 tendrils.
Okay.
2.
What
human.
is that? A nature?
Yeah. Would any of us know what the hell that could be?
No.
I'm gonna roll it. No. Okay, never mind.
What do you mean 2 human? Was there 2 people there?
Human arms. 2 human
2
arms.
human. 4 tendrils.
4 tendrils.
So, spider
Wasn't
person,
Yvonne.
2 arms, 2 legs, 4 tendrils, 8 total.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Mivon who did those things.
Hold on.
It was his face.
Like it stole his face?
Why did you go into the vault that night?
He was acting weird.
Acting funny.
Yes. Yes.
We have to. We need to give his throat a break. He literally had a burn there.
We need to leave. Our work here's done. We've gotten all we need. We know what our next
Please.
step is.
I promise we're taking care of it.
Is there anything else you can tell us? Anything that we should know?
Seth's thinking.
1 second.
Seth's computer thonk.
The gnarl marches. Edwin.
Yeah, of course.
Edwin?
The Gnarl marches Edwin?
Edwin.
What?
That is what he said.
The Gnarl
Okay.
marches Edwin. All right.
What's on?
I'm over here just.
Alright.
That doesn't make any sense.
If he hasn't passed out, I'm going. What are the gnarled marches?
Yeah, he's When you ask that question, though, Vivian chimes in.
No.
The gnarl marches is the forest just to the north. It stretches all the way up towards Reston. Restiv.
So Edwin might be doing something up there.
Whoa. Where-
Let's not make any sort of conclusions. Gnarl marches to the north. Excellent.
Sus.
Well,
where
He
the
mentioned his name, Edwin, so I'm assuming it has something to do with him.
sus.
Right.
You
I
would
don't know
know
why.
that. You all would know regionally that the gnarl marches is the large forested area to the southeast of Sovereign Hill.
Are they, is this the woods that elves can't walk into?
No,
No, that is way to the southwest.
All right,
but no, that might be where they took the ring.
could be.
Oh no.
We need to go. He needs rest.
Rest well.
And rest he does.
I'll look at Vivian before we leave, and just if he lets out anything important, send a message our way.
She nods and says she will. I'm
Either
gonna
way,
give you all a screenshot in chat here in just a moment.
Oh, I like screenshots.
It's gonna be a tiny
Ooh.
one though, but
Tiny
A tiny
It's
one.
A tiny one.
What is this? A screenshot for ants?
basically.
Cool.
So here you can see this is a picture of the
Not
Stolenlands
watches.
area. You
Yeah.
can see the little fat ass star up near the Stolenlands name. That's where Sovereign Hill is.
That's
You
not
all
a
are
star,
down
buddy.
in. It's in the general shape. I just didn't actually like fully point to the sides because it's
Giant
small.
star.
Where are we?
But
sun.
Mivon, if you see to the northeast, there's that
Uh-huh.
big forest that's separated by those fingers of rivers.
Yep.
Oh.
Those are the gnarl marches.
Oh, it's huge. Great.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
big
boy.
fucking forest.
Excellent.
It goes all the way
boy.
up to almost Brevoy.
Oh, perfect.
Well, I hope
Nice
somebody's
tiny
good
area
at.
for us to search.
I
We
hope
need to
someone
go
is
to his
really
house.
good
We
at
need to go to his
locating.
house.
Yeah, we need to go to his house. Holy shit.
Hey, we
Well,
got
we-
some good information.
We got everything.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
perfect.
there's still some stuff, but I mean, we have the tie to Edwin. We know a location. There's a lot here.
Very,
Well, yeah.
very quietly, away from everyone. Kara's still near Core, right?
Yeah, like we're just finishing up with whatever.
Yeah, very, very quietly. I ask Kara,
How did you know what it was?
You know, just something you pick up from here and there.
That's not something you just pick up.
Well, you know, I learned a little bit something about poisons when you work with when you live with the Vishkane.
Okay. But if we find out something like that again, feel free to tell me, okay?
Okay.
but yeah, that's it.
All right. We're gonna pause there after this meeting. After curing the 2 victims of that acidic blight, we will pause there, and next week we'll pick up right after that with you all going to investigate the room and potentially his house.
Dun dun
Awesome.
dun dun.
I can't wait to find that the house is rigged to explode when we go into it.
Since,
Thrilled.
would you
Thrilled.
say that all of this clue searching and finding out leads and all that was about
All
like,
the rolls we made.
was that like
Yeah.
300 XP worth of
Yeah.
clue searching?
Yeah, was that like? Did we do a good? Did we roll
Saved
good?
those 2 guys. I mean, Cora healed those 2 dying people.
You
You
know
know,
we
that's
won't
fair.
level.
That's significant help.
We won't
That is
level.
Let's see.
I
If
mean,
we
yeah,
go down to the XP rewards section.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You all
Uh-huh.
managed let's say, by saving those people, a moderate accomplishment.
Okay.
Ooh.
30 XP.
Yay!
30 XP.
XP. Yeah.
I'm not
That's
fighting 30 XP.
more than we had left.
Damn it.
So
Oh,
746. All right.
Now I gotta build out a new scroll for the one I accidentally used.
Oops. Yeah. Were there any other things that you all think warrants a minor, moderate, or major accomplishment?
No, we
I
didn't do
got
anything else.
shoes.
That's its own reward.
Shoes are their own reward.
I see.
Maybe Steve gets a little bit extra for his awesome finding of acid.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'd rather not split us up XP wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
Then
an
just give it to
in-character
all of
thing,
us.
That was a
not
sick goal.
really.
That was its
Yeah,
own
just-
reward too. Just being
Okay.
able to be the narrow of the group and be like, "Tell me your secret, Seth," so I can tell no one.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I'm really jealous. Gotta make another deal with some fucking guy now.
But no, now it's just like I gotta go ahead and people are gonna ask things, and I gotta roll deception checks, and we're gonna see how things turn out from that.
Yeah, you
I
don't have
know,
anything
like,
charisma, babe. You gotta.
what's Core's passive perception?
+7.
Plus 7, so 17. So I make it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you lie, you roll it, and you see if you beat a 17. Oh yeah, you rolled it. You got a 17, so yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to meet or beat. So,
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. Mechanical thing. This is a very short question, Seth. So don't worry about too much about it. It was just I chose my ancestral feat without kind of realizing that the ancestral feat was strength based.
Oh, gotcha.
I am not strength based.
Yeah, it's fair. You can always.
If
swap
I
that
could, like, I can just swap it out. Just whenever. Or, like, when I
do the
level up.
downtime for it, but yeah.
Oh, I can do the downtime for it. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah.
Normally, it's not supposed to be for like physical things, but I mean, I got no problem saying like you spend some time and you change yourself in some fundamental way. I don't know. I'm good
I
with it.
think I might change it to draconic lore. I think it is.
The lore ancestry feats are so good. 2 extra skills. Yeah.
I get trained in intimidation and arcana, I believe. And then I just have lore on dragons as well.
Yep.
So which makes sense.
Not only did Leshy give up a bow, Leshy's also heading down to Fort Liberthane. Ooh, connections.
Oh,
Wait, what do you mean?
I
What do
still
you
think my connection was the best. Like the kid's been waiting for the tournament since he was 6. He's turning 18. Milan worked for 12 years.
No.
Coincidence?
No.
I think
The best connection was that Kara disappeared 3 days ago for an unknown amount of time.
yeah, we don't know. We don't know how long that was.
Yeah.
Cars behind it all.
Yeah.
All right,
it.
well,
Okay,
that's
cool.
where we are pausing for the week.
All right, guys.
Next week we'll pick up with the investigation.
Sweet.
So glad I got to
Can't
use my
wait.
hero points. I
Yeah,
was like,
right?
I gotta roll something. I gotta
I
roll something.
know.
God damn it.
I'm just happy I even rolled 1 because I was like, oh good, yeah, okay, I made a healing check and I'm gonna fix it, and I did, so it was great.
I will probably tomorrow
Mhm.
go ahead and create a channel or something where I could just like post the names of these different people.
Oh,
Please,
yeah,
that would be
please.
so helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I
at
know
least
there's a
in-
lot more actors involved in this type of thing than in, the standard quest from
Yeah,
Exilenia.
like
There's a
like
lot
I
more
got
people's names going around.
yeah, like I definitely got down the majority of the names, but having a list where I can copy
Yeah.
them is
Yeah, and it's
fantastic.
also like
Spell
a crapshoot as to what their spelling is. Yeah,
I mean,
or
yeah.
what you hear.
Just having like a list we
Like-
could like look back on as well of like everybody that
Yeah.
be like this person, that name.
Yeah. Even looking at the chat, the gnarled marshes. It's the gnarl marshes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm glad I was
Gnarl
right.
marches.
You're wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm always right. Gnarl marches. I thought there was a G because gnarl, but
Okay.
All right, this
Good
session, the missing sovereign stone.
So cool.
yeah. No, I got some theories because
Yeah, me too.
you have the set of 3. That's always interesting. What does that mean? Is it just like objects that they had, or like do they have special significance? Is it like the Deathly Hollows when you get them all together, they give you supreme power? Like what's going on there?
The
They turn
monarch's
you
crown,
into-
ring, and scepter.
They
Mhm.
turn you into
The
a
three
very
were-
mean person. Is what they do. No, I'm
3
kidding.
icons of the sovereign.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ring, the crown, and the scepter. Yeah.
What do they want? Do they want to take? There's lots of questions I have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yes, you all have finally started. Well, I say finally, but that's not the right way to put that. But like, y'all are on track to sort of the more meta plot stuff is starting to peek its head out.
I'm excited.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay. Oh, but yeah,
Oh,
like, if anyone
oh.
wants to confront Car in the IC chat later in the week, I'll be around.
You
Why
lied
would
to
you? She's so honest.
You lied to me successfully, so I don't think I can do that. But
I
maybe
also-
at another
I'm
thing.
not confrontational.
I'm just saying,
with that.
it wouldn't be hard for somebody to go. Carl walked in the room, looked at a piece of glass, and suddenly knew how to cure these people. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, but she lied, so I was like, well, okay, and I'm innocent and 3 months old, sus.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying in general for the party. Like,
Yeah.
you all walked into a crime scene. Carl looked at a piece of glass and was like, "I know how to cure them."
Yeah,
What?
it's why Core would have been like questioning about it at all, but Core is still very unused to the idea of lying, so
Maddie assumes that Kara's a scumbag by default, being a rogue and all.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm an orc. She's the least orky member of the party.
I sense infighting.
Least Orky.
Wow. Amazing.
Wonderful.
All right, y'all. Good
I
session.
hope everyone had fun.
Yes, it was
I
great.
I
had
had
a
a
Thank
blast.
you.
It was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I bet you did.
So
See
many,
y'all-
so many secrets.
See y'all next Monday.
How long can
See
I
y'all
keep them?
next Monday.
See,
See you all.
W Wednesday.
Hopefully, I will
See
not
ya, see ya.
become running back to the movie, but honestly, I was watching the Dungeons and Dragons movie, so I was honestly prepping for the session beforehand.
Yeah, totally. You're
Obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway.
See y'all.
See
Bye,
you,
y'all.
everybody.
Bye bye.
Okay. That's the session, everyone. The Sovereign Stone has been stolen. Coral's ring. And this shapeshifter, not Milan, had their face though, and something to do with the Tarek family and Edwin specifically, and this Gnarl Martius. A lot of really strange things going on. But we'll find out more about it next Monday. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. Appreciate you. We'll be back probably Wednesday. I think I have shit to do tomorrow. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. I've said that a lot this last week though. I'm probably gonna not stream tomorrow. I'll be back Wednesday though, for sure, playing Star Wars. Because gotta beat that for the new game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on by. Appreciate you. Be sure to come by next time. But until then, I'll see you later. Bye now.